Can you see my screen? Because it's saying that it's sharing my screen, but I don't see it.
I only see you and I.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. All right, now we can continue. Sorry about that little technical difficulty. It's been a while since I've used StreamYard, y'all.
Squirrel Squad. Oh, tonight's the night, and we're going live. 'Cause a bunch of squirrels is about to show up just to celebrate my 45. It's been a crazy ride, so I'm glad you're here. 'Cause at all times, it ain't easy in the northern hemisphere. Squirrel Squad. Oh. Grab a drink or three and join this little party. And bring your tail on in. We gon' let you reset and turn up with the boisterous friends. Oh, we're going live and they coming in strong. And I'm talking tons of peoples from the east to west, from Idaho to Pakistan and Lebanon.
Fuck that song. Let's go. Rainy. What you doing, girl?
It's been way too long.
Girl, it's been so many months. I feel like I just miss you so much. Thank you for being here. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here, celebrating my birthday.
Of course. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
I did not do my normal cheesecake. Phoenix and I had a little chat today because I'm focusing on health, good health. Him and I, because we were looking for like sugar-free. I completely, y'all, I'm so proud of myself. I don't know how I'm doing it. I completely cut all processed sugars out of my diet. Cold turkey was like, you know what? It's time. Right. And I did. The only sugars that I'm allowing in my life is that 1 teaspoon of my pure cane sugar, my raw cane sugar, for when I make bread. And that's it. Otherwise, there will be no more processed sugars going in my body. The past 2 days of eating has been really rough. But it really, from what I normally eat, all I'm really doing is just watching the products that I'm eating and making sure that there's no added sugar to it. I'm still eating my vegetables, my fruits, my normal everyday good wholesome eats. I'm just avoiding if it says added sugar, nope, not doing it.
Man.
If it required, look, dude, to go from drinking, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was doing the most unhealthy thing for myself, which was going back to drinking sodas. That high fructose corn syrup, all that added sugar, that shit is no good for you.
It's awful.
I went from drinking a case of soda a day to none at all. Let me tell you about the headache I had today.
So wait, did you just say you were drinking a case of pop a day? No, you were not drinking any pops.
Yes, I was. And look, and it didn't happen until about 2 weeks ago, okay? So normally, Phoenix and I can make a case of soda last about a month, right? So Coca-Cola, no plug intended, decided to release this orange cream Coca-Cola. And I bought 1 case, and I bought another, and I bought another. And when I was buying 2 cases a day, I was like, you know what? No, something's got to give. So unhealthy. Like, it is so against what I'm trying to do with my body that, you know what I mean? Health-wise, it's not good for any woman over the age of 40 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I made the conscious decision before my birthday hit, I was going to quit all added sugars. I was going to go back to a very holistic approach to health. I went back to doing all my herbal stuffs. I've been researching a lot, being taught a lot, getting very educated with botany again and holistics. And tonight is the first night that I'm going to be smoking green, and it's been quite a while.
I'm proud of you for that too. But so basically you're getting all your sugars from just like fruit and all the
Natural,
naturals.
yes.
Yep.
Yes, natural.
Props to you, man. Like I started drinking carbonated water because I don't drink pop often, but every
Yeah,
now and then we'll
you crave
get
it. Mhm.
well, yeah, and we'll have a Mountain Dew, which is just worse. Mountain Dew Zero.
Mountain Dew is honestly the worst you can drink.
I know it is. And then it's zero. So
I don't even know
it's
where I put my lighter at, y'all. It's been so long.
that's a good thing too.
It is.
Um, it's no sugar or zero sugar, but then you know what that
But
means. You know what's
honey,
in
those
there.
fake sugars like
Oh, I
aspartame,
know. Oh
aspartame
my God,
is
it's
the
awful.
worst thing. Like, I would rather see people eating raw cane sugar than putting
Mhm.
aspartame in their body. What aspartame does to your
Mm.
nervous system and your spinal column is terrible. I'm no doctor, I'm
Mhm.
no professional, but I know from experience and I know from research what I'm saying. Thank you all for the lovely birthday wishes. Thank you for being here.
Yes,
I
Shannon.
appreciate it. We we
Shanda.
we we are going to do a little diving in. I'm going to step away from my normal Kylie Rodney content, and I figured we'd focus back on Trinity Backus. hmm I think it's time.
Aw.
The more I look at this little girl's autopsy, it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad that, like, you have all of these people that live in the same region, and like when you look at their autopsies, something just is not right. I'm not saying the little girl did not pass away from hypothermia. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is something happened from the time she left that house to the point of no return. And it just seems like a third party is involved in her placement, we'll just say. What do you think, Crane?
You know exactly what I think. I remember when oh, why can't I think of her name? When she went over the way, and I'm sorry to say this, but the way her decomposed body was, well, it wasn't really deep, but you know what I mean. What they found
Mm-hmm.
her body, the way it was, the position it was in. It was in the
Yeah, that
hangman
position is.
position,
Yep.
the upside down.
Yep. And a
And
4 reminded me of the Delphi stuff.
well, that
Honestly.
reminds me of actually Ellen DeGeneres because there is
Yeah.
a photo of her doing that with an ankle bracelet on.
Yikes.
But yeah,
I
it is
I
it's a
understand
code.
it's
It's
a
a code talk.
yoga. I understand it's a yoga pose. I understand that like you could look at it so many different ways, but you know me, I like to focus on the facts.
Oh, Shan, but that was not a yoga pose. What they did with her.
But
We'll have
yeah,
to go
like
back and review that.
oh well, we are going to let Grok do it for us. That's what I figured
Ooh.
we'd do tonight. So what I did was I put in because Grok 3 beta, dude, I've only used it a couple times. We have, I think, surpassed that event horizon that Elon has been telling us about. And I think we are now at a merger with human and AI. And I think it's here. Like just in this right here and the way it broke it down in detail. I didn't even get to read it fully because I was just so blown away by what it was doing and the way that it did all of this. So I had asked Grok, can you read an autopsy report and write a detailed report from a medical legal, investigator, and a coroner's perspective? Details should include any contradicting information compared to the cause of death, right? For anybody that wants to hop on panel, I don't know how many people can come on panel as far as free seats in the house, but if anybody wants to join, there's the link to come up. So then Grok just like breaks down how it's going to examine this. So I'll just read this part. And then I only fed two, actually, I think I only fed one bit of information beyond the autopsy. And the only added thing that I had put in there was law enforcement had canines come in for scent tracing and made a public statement that Trinity Backus's scent was lost at the end of the driveway. That's all I've added to any of this, just so everybody is aware. That's all I've added on top of just throwing her PDF autopsy report at it. I didn't It's complete unbiased. I want to see what Grok says so that maybe it can help me broaden the way I look at things. It's teaching me as it's teaching itself, I guess. Anyway, this is the way that Grok would analyze an autopsy report. First, the medical legal perspective. Their focus would be like the legal implications of the findings for courts or law enforcement. This way, if Trinity's family's out there and does ever listens to this or somebody takes this to them, they know that they can literally legally pursue this. Okay. So it's going to focus on examining the cause of death, the manner, accident, natural, undetermined, certified by a pathologist, look for evidence of foul play, for wounds, poisoning, inconsistencies, trauma not matching the reported scenario, contradictions, listed with natural death and signs of trauma, suicide, evidence of intent. And then it would go on to do an investigator perspective, focus on piecing together the story for law enforcement or detectives, focusing on external and internal findings. Do keep in mind, this is just the autopsy report. I have not added anything into Grok other than the autopsy and her scent being lost by canines at the end of the driveway. That's it. It's all Grok knows. Key details was the body moved, lividity, inconsistency with the position of the body, signs of struggle, toxicology with the scene, any contradictions that may involve an accidental fall, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Coroner's perspective, they're going to focus and evaluate the cause and manner and see if it aligns with the evidence. All right. You want to say anything?
I'm ready.
Any comments?
I'm listening.
All right. Okay, so below is an analysis addressing the possibility that Trinity Rose Backus. How did they pulled that from the autopsy? That's crazy, dude.
Wow.
They picked her full name out of the autopsy. That's incredible. What?
Mhm.
Wait, what? Below is an analysis addressing the possibility that Trinity, because it like the way that it was going into all this detail, I was like, holy shit, it sounds like Grok knows somebody picked her up and dropped her off. And after it gave me the initial analysis, I said, per the investigation, Trinity left on foot from her mother's friend's house, but while canines did scent tracing, they made a public statement that her scent stopped at the end of the driveway, while others claim she ran down the road and through the rugged brush. Is it possible with your above analysis combined with the canines losing her scent that someone picked her up while still alive, assaulted her, and dumped her in the ravine? That's all. That there's no bias here at all. It's an autopsy and that statement there. That's the two statements that it's focusing on. Below is an analysis addressing the possibility that Trinity Rose Backus was picked up alive, assaulted without specifying the nature of the assault. As the prior query, because I asked sexual assault, and I was like, nah, dude, I wouldn't even read that on my live. Like, we retracted that part. And dumped in a ravine. This incorporates the investigation details. Trinity leaving her mother's friend's house on foot, the canine scent tracing stopping at the driveway, and the conflicting claims of her running through rugged brush, alongside the autopsy findings, okay? Which the autopsy shows that there are no wounds on the soles of her feet, but there is a small frontal scalp hemorrhage. Okay, that's what the autopsy says. There's more to the bruising of the inner thighs, but I have not gone into detail with that because I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. It's enough taking in like all the Epstein stuff and then revisiting all the redacted stuff that I've collected from 2015 to 2018 because of the failure that just happened the other day. But at the same time, it might not be a failure after all. We'll see. All I want to see, I don't want no more lists. I want to see arrests and prosecution. That's all I want to see come from this Epstein shit. Which we'll touch base on that after we do this.
I was gonna say, if you get me talking about this, I will go on.
We're definitely gonna talk Epstein stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play a little clip from Joe Rogan that he dropped today with Elon because holy fuck, dude. I didn't even finish watching it. I was like, I got to save this for later, dude.
I didn't see it. I'm excited.
So they are taking, I want to make it clearer to everybody that I have not fed Grok any bullshit. All I literally put in, and it's highlighting here exactly what was put in there, which is the K9 scent trace stopping at the end of the driveway. And does this machine think that possibility is a third party being involved? That's it, literally. I just want to know foul play if they suspect any foul play. That's it. I didn't read much of this, so let's go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so this is a medical legal perspective. The focus, legal implications for court proceedings or liability foul play determination. I'm so excited for this. Key findings: the cause of death, probable hypothermia due to prolonged exposure, supported by minimal clothing, tan shorts, 46-degree Fahrenheit weather, and the lows in the 40s, and no lethal internal trauma or intoxication. The toxicology has that she has LSD in her system at 0.48. I don't know what NGML are, but that's what the number is. What is that? Nanograms? 0.58 nanograms per milliliter? That's actually not a whole lot, actually. She was already... Wait a minute. Yo, I think I've said this before. Dude.
Shouldn't.
Listen.
Can you...
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was going to say, can you look it up real quick?
I can tell you right now,
Online,
because I used to do all kinds of stuff in my teens, into my early 20s. When you take LSD, it normally comes in at like minimum... This is before you peak. At like 1.5 is your peak. So this can't... Some stories can't be making... Something's already off with the LSD. I don't know how I didn't shout this from the rooftops even more. Maybe it's because I'm just so focused on Kylie. Anyway, okay. So before you peak, which is, they call it rolling, whether it's Molly, LSD, acid, mushrooms, what have you, okay, whatever your choice is. When you're peaking into what you call rolling, okay, as you're peaking, like that dose, because some people will be like, 20 minutes, I'll feel nothing, and they'll take more. And then boom, it hits you. Like, if she's taking LSD, that's going to be more potent than just like that number should be like 1.5. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that number should be that, this means her body metabolized before she passed away, is all I'm saying.
Right. So what was the number again? Did you say 0.5 nanogram?
Yes, 0.58 nanograms per milliliter. Subtherapeutic.
Thank you. I just was...
So here's what concerns me, okay? And y'all can... this is not verbatim, y'all, by any means. It's been quite a minute since I've really focused on Trinity's case. But if my memory serves me right, she was at her not aunt's house with her best friend, and they were planning on dosing that night and smoking some weed, which is odd because it's weird that the weed ain't in her system. But anyway.
Wait a minute.
Or at least Grok didn't pick up on it. Go ahead.
So on Google here, and this is just a quick search, so it could be wrong, it could be different because it's testing, but it says if you're going to get tested for it, for a drug, for work or whatever, if the sample tested contains at least 20 nanograms
that's what I'm
of
saying.
LSD.
That's what I'm saying. Like 1.5 would be like I don't even think you're gonna peak from 1.5 is what I'm saying. Like that's a super low dose. Like I'm saying that number should be at least 1.5. If this little girl literally started tripping with her friend, her auntie came home, Trinity was starting to trip, and she was playing with her hair, showing her paintings. This was, and it's kind of odd, it's similar to Kylie's. 11 p.m., I think, is when Aunt said that all this was transpiring in the house. Don't quote me on the time frame. Go look it up for yourself. And then, like, Trinity took a hit off of whatever the fuck they were smoking. I don't know if it was laced with LSD. I don't know. That if it was laced with LSD, this number should be higher for toxicology. Is all I'm saying. You feel me? Anyway,
Oh, and I agree.
So we'll just say, for whatever reason, like, this is what doesn't make sense. Is like they never. It's like they don't do an investigation. Like, where is the investigation in Trinity's report that states what time they decided to start tripping? Was it 5 p.m.? Was it 8 p.m.? Was it 10 minutes before Aunt came home with boyfriend that owns the house across the street that so happens to be a pot farm? I don't know, And ain't he also a law enforcement or something shit like that? Or is that's her mom's boyfriend? I don't remember. Something like that. I know it's all tied together,
Yes.
though.
Yes. Who allegedly could have been working on Kylie's case.
But it's crazy to me. So their story is that Trinity went out to the front yard and was dancing in the front yard in her jam bottoms, that diamond shaped sweater, a little night dress coat. What do you call those? What are those called? A bathing robe, and her socks. Okay, that was the account from Aunt and her boyfriend. Because I really remember that, because their stories changed so much in 24 fucking hours. Kylie's isn't too far off. Within 3 days, their stories had changed so many times, I couldn't but help stay paying attention to this case as well. Because, it was just so close to Kylie. And they're like the same age. And their friends of friends all go to the same school that Kylie was going to. So I figured, you know what? This something ain't right here. So the alleged story, and I am saying alleged because there is no proof to back any of this up, is Trinity then left on foot, and the not uncle panicked so much that instead of just chasing after her, he ran back in the house to get his house slippers on. And by the time he came back outside, she was gone. She was already past that fence, the end of the driveway, that fence area. She was already took off down the road. Right? 2 days, they searched and searched and searched and searched for this little girl. And then they found her. And this forested area of land, this ravine is what it was so thick, populated, and dense with thickets, briars, brambles, whatever you want to call them, bushes, that this little girl ran from the not aunt's house half a mile down this road, shed her socks, because I guess she was overheating, y'all. Shed her socks, tore off her necklace, which makes no sense, and took off her top of her clothing. I need to check the autopsy to see if they found her in a bra or not, because I don't think there's any mention of her wearing a bra. I think she was naked at the top. Just saying. I'm pretty sure that she was naked, and her pants were at her knees. Anyway, her autopsy makes me nauseous. It really does. The more I read it, the more I look into like SA trafficking, stuff like that, like going back and looking at her autopsy, it's not even so much an aha moment. It makes me want to puke. I don't know how Trinity's case was not heavily investigated. I don't. She has a head wound, and it might not be that deep, but look, if somebody that is in such a vulnerable state as that little girl was, it wouldn't take much to subdue her. Just saying. It would take even less for her than it would have Kylie, because I mean Kylie's autopsy at least proves to us that she wasn't under the influence of anything that would have caused her to just fucking drive herself in a lake. But here we are. The weirdest part about Trinity's case in the first, I'm just going to say 8 fucking hours, is how this nightgown that Trinity left her not aunt's house in wound up being the not aunt was wearing the fucking, she was wearing it. She had it on.
Yes, I remember that, Shan.
Like, we'll just say that Trinity somehow shed that right there in the fucking front lawn, okay? Who in their right mind is going to pick that article of clothing up, knowing that you just lost your best friend's daughter at your house, and the one piece of DNA evidence to trace her, you're wearing? It's like some fucking Check It TV shit. Just saying. It's what it feels like. The patterns in both these cases makes me want to puke.
Same.
2 fucking days later, they find this little girl in such thickets that they got to use chainsaws. And I will never get the sound of that video out of my head.
No.
Of them, the way that they're, and you can tell that they are hacking I got chills, hacking away at these trees, this brush, these brambles to get to this little girl. You're telling me that she ran that whole fucking road in bare feet, ran through all them thickets, and no matter what path she took.
It's interesting.
Go ahead.
Because there are parallels with this right now that you're describing with Kylie's case.
Oh, I know.
Because
I know.
she got into the thickets out of thin air. Like, just like Kylie's car ended up.
I don't know who's writing the scripts of these cover-ups, but you're telling on yourself.
How many feet out into a reservoir?
Yep.
All these people missed it. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
it's
both
the same
of these
with
girls ended up in almost
like,
impossible situations, is what I'm saying. Like,
see
the percentage
pattern.
of it happening. I'm
yes,
sorry.
I see the patterns. It's a pattern.
It's the same MO. It's the same story. Yeah, like their same MO. It's definitely the same people, in my opinion. They're connected.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I don't know if you have like a serial killer running loose in your streets, or if you just got some corrupt officials that have no problem like hiding your creeps in your area, or what's going on. But I'm here to expose it.
They have access to placing people in positions with some kind of vehicle that has to hover. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like Trinity was put in, yes, somehow. I don't think that she got down there by going through those thickets, even though, I mean, remember what her feet looked like?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
like she did not run through that.
The thing that gets me the most is them claiming, and that's the thing, is like, isn't it the not boyfriend said she ran down that's what don't make sense to me, is like that this is how much the story changed, okay? Is at one point they had said that she ran out the back down past the yurt, remember that? And then ran out that field there. And then their story changed. This is how you can spot a fucking liar, you see? And then this is when you're like, oh, you're my prime suspect. Let me get your story straight for you. And none of that happened. None of it. This little girl traveled, it don't matter which way she went, the backyard, the front yard, the fucking road. From the time she hit the edge of that ravine, that wooded area, and started running through them brambles, running through that thicket, the first place it's going to get wounded is her bare fucking feet. Plain and simple.
I mean, she would have been severely scratched everywhere.
Yeah, and especially the bottoms of her feet. If she's running, like, you're telling me she crawling through all that? She crawling through that for 2 days. She's crawling through all that? No.
then we would have saw numerous marks on her face, her hands, the bottom of her palms.
That's what I'm saying. The palms are her hands, like, and that's what bothers me is like
Mhm.
there's no real trauma to the palms of her hands or the soles of her feet. That's not possible in this case. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not.
It's like she was
It's not.
just dropped again, like she was
Yeah,
dropped
like she
in
was
place
dropped off. Yep.
and dropped in that area.
Mhm.
Someone went down there,
Mhm.
someone
And
planted it as
I
it
think
was,
Grok.
just
I
like
think
Kylie.
Grok. I think Grok is about to blow our minds. I do. We gotta read this though.
Sorry, I'll mute.
No, please don't cut me off anytime you want. Okay, so on top of this low number of LSD, she also had caffeine, continin, which is a byproduct of nicotine, potentially causing disorientation, but it's not fatal. There's no fatal amounts here that would promote to her death, which is really odd because the friend said at first that they were just smoking some green, remember? And then her story changed to no, we did shrooms, but then it turned out to be LSD, and then the
Mhm.
not aunt added on that she went out and took a massive bong rip. Ain't that crazy?
Mhm.
Remember that?
Oh, I remember.
The aunt not aunt saying that she went out and took a massive bong rip, or her friend said it, either which way. Somebody said it. And it's just crazy that these massive bong rips are really
And just
something ain't right.
and also there was a story that her boyfriend picked her up. And there was
Well,
also
and
people that witnessed someone that looked like her on the side of the road, just like Kylie. I
yeah,
mean,
that's crazy too. Spotting her, yep, spottings of her. And then let's not
multiple
forget
gas station.
that chick that called in that police report. She would remain anonymous. I would too, girl. Living in that area, I'd fucking move.
Mhm.
Trust me, I would not stay there. I'm sorry, I would not stay there. Not having kids. Hell no. Hell no.
Mm-mm.
The fuck was I gonna say? I don't even know. See, this is why I
We're
don't smoke.
I'm sorry, we were talking about the aunt going outside and taking the massive bong rip.
Oh yeah. Okay. So they're claiming like all of these things happened. Okay. And like it really doesn't matter if she went out the back way and ran through all the thickets there and then crossed the street into some more thickets, or she ran straight up the road. Like my initial problem with these stories, it doesn't matter whose story it is, because whether she run out the front or run out the back, like which whoever told the story of her running out the back should be investigated, because it turns out that the canine tracked her from the front of the house to the end of the driveway.
Almost like she was picked up.
Yes. And that's that's the only logical thing that I can come up with, because it's not like she just like got on a helicopter and flew away, or did she? I don't know. Either
Sure
a
seems
car,
like she was dropped off by one.
I'm just saying, you know, yeah.
I mean,
Either a car picked her up or somebody carried her. Somebody made it so that her scent was broken. Because the only time that you lose a scent like that in a case like that is
yes,
if you go into
Alice.
water, but you can still track the scent beyond that point of crossing, say, a creek. Yes, the stepdad was a cop, yes. And if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
because one's a cop and the brother's CHP. I think the CHP dude participated in the investigation of Kylie's.
Yes.
Don't quote me on that.
One of them was.
But one or the other.
That's why
was,
I always thought it was a message to them to be quiet.
That's what then that's what I'm starting
I'm
to think
say
that all these two specific kids were a message to family. And it's clear as day for me at this point, and me looking at everything and the people around everything. It was a message to shh and get out of things.
They all look like a specific brotherhood messages.
Yep. The 300 Club. We'll just call it that.
Ara.
Miss Ara. You want to get up on panel, girl? You're more than welcome to. I'll drop the link down below.
Mom first. It's so good to see everyone. I have missed you all.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, look, 17 is the number for
Boomer,
tonight. I love it.
my favorite.
Okay,
Such a
so
great number.
external injuries is widespread superficial abrasions, contusions, and scratches, but no wounds on the soles of her feet, like Grok knows. There's a small frontal scalp hemorrhages, 1 to 2 centimeters, indicate a minor blunt trauma. Well, ain't that crazy? Because remember how they kept trying to cover up that trauma because Kylie fell in a hole or whatever the
Mm-hmm.
fuck happened that night
And
that
if you
caused
saw
that trauma to
something,
her head.
well,
Gruesome.
yes. Sorry, I thought you were talking about when they mentioned if they saw something gruesome or disturbing, the kids that were at the
It's
party.
just it's crazy. The same things are happening between these two cases that are like, how far is Grass Valley from Truckee? 10 miles, if that. Miss
Not
Ara.
far. Hi, Ara.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, baby.
What are you, 27?
Bitch, I'm 45. It's good.
So you're basically 27. I like that.
Yeah. Yep. Mentally, I am.
Hey, Miss
So
Creamy,
you
how are
should see
you?
me.
I'm good, honey. I've missed you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
It feels like it's
You
been
got
so
some
long,
jams
y'all.
going on I know. I love this.
It's all good.
What do you think about Trinity's case? Even if you're not familiar with it, how much have you heard of what I've just said?
I haven't heard much of what you just said, but I have watched your videos about her. And it seems like there's something weird going on in that part of California.
Yeah.
And also it's
40
not
minutes.
normal. It's not normal for your daughter to go. I mean, I don't know. I live in Texas, so it's different. But how does a kid just go out and then die of
And vanish and then be dead? Yeah, that's just, yeah.
yeah, and then show up randomly like without socks or only one socks, and I don't know.
It's
But
just like,
nobody
okay,
knows
with
anything. Nobody
Kylie's
knows
case,
anything.
yeah, with Kylie's case, we couldn't figure out what the fuck she was wearing. There's no proof of life. There's no pictures of what she was actually wearing. Like, they're taking stock photos from other websites to show us, look, you got a surveillance video of her. Why don't you show us that?
That's
Why is
always
that?
been
Because
my
that's not
issue.
Kylie?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Why
it looks
not
like
show
Sammy
us the
Smith.
video?
It looks like Sammy Smith, especially with that big ass tattoo in the middle of her chest.
It's
Not
weird,
her.
dude.
Fuck, dude. It's crazy to me the similarities between their cases. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they both have frontal scalp traumas that nobody wants to look at. And
You, in the age of like after Epstein and Weinstein, it's not strange for a collective group of young women and men to go missing or to go to quote unquote parties and then show up either unalived or severely hurt. I mean, have we not learned anything after the Diddy stuff? Like, it's not weird, especially it's in California. Like, I think that there was a lot of other stuff going on. I mean, it's just after what we've learned after these 4 years. What do you think?
Especially again in that area, that if you
Right.
focus on the particular people that live in that area and what they're involved in,
Correct.
it surely makes you, and especially in Kylie's case,
And
the
then
connections to some of those people
yes.
that have upper government connections.
And then you have these parties.
Mhm.
You have parties with young people that like to be recruited to these parties, and the less cameras, the less phones, the
Mhm.
better. And this is a lodge where internet is not like you don't even have signal up there. What do you think they were doing then to entertain themselves? Come on now. And
They
especially
did
you
have
have
service though.
oh
That's the
okay.
thing.
I thought they were
That
like
was
a
a
lodge
lie.
that was like off the grid
Oh, are you talking
situation.
about at Kylie's?
Yeah.
You're right. They did have that, but then I think I don't know. Shan might. Did
Shan
Shan jump
left.
off? Okay, I thought we might have lost her for a minute.
We lost. She's too busy partying.
I do believe that there was an that in that article they did talk about how they were basically off grid.
Yeah.
However, I feel like they did. I feel like they did have Wi-Fi though when that in 22. But I don't know. We'll have to talk to Shan about that.
I think the lodge was advertised as an off grid,
Always off grid.
situation.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think a lot of rich people went there to stay off grid. But even so,
Mm-hmm.
you have off grid billionaires trying to go there, just like the
Mm-hmm.
what's his name? The guy that wrote "Grandma Got Run Over by
Tom
a
Hanks
Reindeer."
is one,
Yeah, they would go there just to
allegedly.
like jam. No, I proved it. Like I did a video about that.
Well, that one, yes.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks too.
was it Tom Hanks? I don't know about that guy.
Well, he allegedly did visit there. Yes, that's
Gotcha.
what I heard.
I just This is now just all assumption, right? I feel like they like those off the grid. I don't know. Did you see that movie? Oh shit!
Have you
With
seen the
Channing
setup of the
Tatum.
lodge in the backyard?
Oh, I
I mean,
haven't actually.
it looks like there's a place where your ritualistic things could happen there.
Well, that's crazy.
I'm sorry,
just
what were you saying, Ara?
I don't even know. There was this movie with Channing Tatum, and it was
Uh-huh.
about basically how elitists take people to their island,
Mhm.
and then they give them like this perfume that makes them
Oh,
forget
okay. Yep.
what
Is
happened.
it
And
don't blink twice or something?
yes, dude, have you seen
Mhm.
it?
No, I have not seen it, but that's exactly very similar to what was going on with Diddy.
Right. And
Um,
it almost felt like it was some sort of documentary.
yes. You know what? Oh, gosh, there's another one that's out there that's basically a documentary, and Tom Cruise is in it.
Which one? Is it old or new?
Oh, it's older, and it's about Illuminati.
Oh shit! Tom Cruise with Illuminati.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Someone in chat might catch it.
Is Shan gonna come back? What do we do?
Let me just keep talking. Hopefully.
Okay.
Hey, Michael. Let me text her real quick.
Yeah. Hey, Roscoe and CB and Miranda.
Oh, they don't like the truth. I got frozen.
I'm so sorry.
come
I
back?
froze.
Oh, there you
I'm
are,
so
babe.
sorry. Yep, I apologize. My apologies. Look, how come the only time that this happens is when I use StreamYard? I'm not blaming any one thing, but the only time that my shit ever locks up like that is when I use StreamYard. I hate how it opens up.
Yes, I was gonna say I had some.
I never
glitchy
have this
stuff
problem
happening.
with OBS with a direct connection through my VPN. For whatever reason, as soon as I connect to StreamYard, I don't know what it does. I don't know if it's StreamYard itself. This is why I stopped paying for StreamYard, because it's not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
It's also very easily hackable.
He absolutely is. I wasn't going to say it, but you said it for me. Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes, it is. That's why remember when you first started doing Kylie's
Yes.
KSR, remember all the weird people that would show up in your chat trolling you? You were just so nice to them and stuff like that. And then you would let certain people on your panel, and then weird shit started happening with like your audio and stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that happened quite a few times.
That's why.
Thank you, Michael. I have to be careful about what I say.
It feels like forever ago, honestly.
Yes.
It does. A year has transpired.
Jirana, Boomer, Bohemian Grove vibes. If you look at the backyard, we're kind of talking about different things, but in the back of like the backyard of the Lost Trail Lodge, like Shannon and I have talked about how it looks.
Yeah, you
like
talk about
we
it because
could
I'm not
have
allowed to. Go ahead.
It looks like they could have. It was ritualistic. There's a stage. I don't know. You just kind of got to go look at it. If you know,
they're definitely doing shit. They're definitely doing shit.
I don't know.
100%.
100%.
And I've said this in recently in Shan's comments.
I'm not allowed.
Those times. Why?
I'm trying to be respectful of Pap's request for me to not talk about him or his lodge, but like
but they're all fucking hippies and they're doing shit back there. Some ritualists. I'll say it.
It's got some seedy ass vibes. I'll just put it that way.
Because you don't like stick out the middle finger in a circle. Like
that's
ritualistic bullshit is that at the concert for your missing.
It makes me wonder if because you know how they like encode symbolisms in things. It just
That's
feels
what I
like
was just
that.
getting at.
Yeah,
The
that's what it
times.
feels like. Yeah.
Especially in
100.
Kylie's case, and I've said it a few
Hmm.
times in Shan's comment section
It's a
recently, and I
wheel of
mentioned it
chaos.
before.
The only
That
two things that
1233,
yep, six
sorry,
six
Ann.
six. Go ahead.
Yes, you guys.
Mhm.
Like as soon as I heard that time, I was like, come on.
Yep.
You know, how can I explain this? Go back at COVID. Go back in the beginning of COVID. Okay, everyone kind of has an idea about what happened with COVID. I don't want to go in that rabbit hole. Sorry, Shan, but
I
if
don't
you look
care.
at the
It's
numbers, they'll be
whatever
like
we talk about tonight.
33 deaths, 33, like it's just good like that
Yeah.
number 33 has a meaning. I'm not going to
Hmm.
come out and say it right here right now, but I think
Hmm.
most people probably get where I'm going at. You're going to see that a lot once you know their symbols and their
Yeah.
talk. Symbolism is their downfall because they have to tell us what they're going to do, the government, the corrupt
Yes.
ones, and they also have code talk.
They
So
have
when
to
that
put it in front of your face. Like
1233
that's
came out,
what
it
they.
was 666.
It's why you see it in the
There's a
media. It's why you
lot of
see it in the
symbolism in
movies.
that
That's why
case.
you see it in music. That's why you see it everywhere. Like they
Mhm.
want you to know they're
They
present.
do want us to know, and they also want to desensitize us. That's another
Mm-hmm.
tactic
That
they
too.
use.
Yep.
We can go deep into this stuff, but
It's like she was literally a
desensitization is
sacrifice.
huge.
Kylie was almost literally a sacrifice. It almost
That's
I
felt
what it
like.
seems
definitely
like.
100% think she was.
Yes.
And that shush picture,
Yep.
Yep.
the only person I have really seen go big detail into it, aside from Shan, is prophetic forensics.
Yeah, because why would it
Yeah,
have
That
but
been
it
shush
out,
makes
picture,
me
put out in the
sad
first
because she
place?
privated all those videos, and I wish she would
she
bring
did
those back.
not.
Yeah, she
Oh
did.
my
She
gosh, that's how much
some
I've been off of
something
YouTube.
happened, and I'm not sure what happened. It's not any of my business to know what
Oh,
happened, but
I love
something
her.
had happened to where she privated all of her Kylie videos.
Oh my
Oh, that's
gosh.
terrible.
And I know they're privated because I have like 20 of her videos in my playlist, and when it gets to that video, it says this video has been made private.
Boo.
Oh,
I was
I hope she's
fortunate enough
okay.
to download like 4 of them. She's okay. She's still making videos. She just does not.
Talk, Kylie.
Yep. I'm not sure what happened with Lynn, but yeah. So I don't know
Oh
if
gosh,
she got
Lynn,
an email too, because you know how they like to
I don't
send out
know.
I
messages.
I've
didn't
never
know if
gotten an
there.
email
I
like
didn't
that.
know a bunch of people got emails. Hey, email me. I'll have a conversation with you and tell you
I
exactly
wish
in more
I wish they
detail what
emailed
I'm
me.
talking about right now.
Ara.
I wish they emailed
What'd you
me.
say,
Let's go.
Ara?
I wish they emailed me.
Look,
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
send
Let's
them to
talk.
you. I'm
Let's
gonna
talk
tell them,
about
Same
look,
it.
here.
for
You
all
can email me.
inquiries.
Like I haven't been on YouTube and I'm not living all the time, but my videos are still up. I have not privated anything
Yeah,
or
I ain't private and shit.
it's there. Like it's there. Like fucking for anyone to see if they want to.
And that's the thing is like
Yeah.
even the very beginning when I first started doing her case, some of the things that I did get wrong, I left there because I want people to see how much I've progressed and how much I've actually researched Kylie's case.
Yeah, for real.
You know? I want them to see the change in my thought process, but it's never everything always goes back to Samantha Smith every time. Like no matter which way you cut it, no matter which way you want to look
Fuck
at it.
that bitch.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Yep.
No, I'm serious. Fuck that bitch. It's all.
Fuck that bitch. I
I've
second that.
evolved. I've evolved. It's been a year and a half, and I am not afraid to
Yeah.
say now. Fuck
Hey,
that bitch.
MJ.
Yeah, she's clearly covering up. The friends fucking literally unalived their friend.
She looked like a hoe.
They did it, and they did it. They unalived her. They let her
just-
pass away. It's crazy.
What
to me.
pisses me off most is they took the person that Sammy is and tried to paint Kylie as that person.
Correct.
Based upon her personality, the type of person she is, the drugs that she likes to do, the partying she does, shit, the party she puts together and for her own university. You know?
Right.
And then seeing all these pictures of her all thoughted out and shit going to fucking Vegas and like she learned absolutely nothing from Kylie other than the fact because she has the parents that she does, she can get away with anything.
Yeah. Because it's their it's a dude that cult
because
is
she
crazy.
runs them streets. Isn't that what you said, Sammy?
Bro, she
Someone's
literally
gonna
runs all of Truckee. She runs all of Truckee.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Well,
the only
it
thing she
seems like
runs is
it.
that hole. Probably both of them.
Well, that Truckee local literally like kisses her ass for no reason. She owns it.
Nah, speaking of that Truckee local, somebody told me that she pulled one of them. I'm gonna quit YouTube's again, hoping that people would show up. Oh, please don't. And nobody did. Nobody came to her rescue. I love it. I love that karma for her.
Oh, they're still on YouTube? They're still talking
Same.
about
I was just, that's what Shannon and I were
From
talking
what I
earlier.
hear,
was
I
like,
don't know. I
what?
don't go visit her channel. I didn't go check
Oh.
to see. I didn't go watch the video. I would
I thought
just
their
like
5 minutes of fame was
look,
over.
I love when people are like extra, extra. Let me tell you all about it. I like them type of people. Just keep me in the loop of things. Makes me giggle.
That's
I do know
I
that
got you.
Ninja put a really short video out on it. Spoke on it real quick. I did peep that
Oh,
out.
I'm gonna have to go see it.
But
the less
yeah,
attention that is paid to that local, the better, I think. Because then, like,
MJ says she's having all types of issues typing.
Aw,
don't know.
OMG, I get it. I'm in a
Are your
fight
fingers
with Syria
drunk?
every day.
I got
Are you
fat
drunk
fingers, but
fingers?
I don't know. Like I have issues typing all the time. It don't matter who. Look, I don't know what
Shannon
it
knows
is.
how I type.
My phone has learned it won't even autocorrect. Like I try to tell people just all the time and it always spells gist. So if you get a text from me and if it says gist, that's me. If somebody texts you and something happens to me and they spell just right, there's your red flag, okay? Because my phone automatically corrects it. Automatically corrects it to
if my
gist.
text makes sense to you, then something's not right.
Yeah, she talks in a whole other language, y'all.
Yeah,
it took me a minute to learn
she
her.
can read my. Yeah, you got it now. You're like, okay, Shannon, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Oh, this lime water's hitting my tooth in a not happy way.
Oh, honey.
But I got to keep drinking my lime water every day, so
Yeah.
fuck this toothache.
Get it, girl.
All right, I love how we just fucking squirrel off and do shit, y'all, and just talk random. I love it. No, I love it.
The old days.
I love it. And then we come back around.
You're the hammer.
All right, I'm gonna mute so we can go back because this is great.
Why I figured I'd start doing stuff on this channel because you know how we fucking go off on fucking tangents, which is fine by me. I don't mind at all. I absolutely love it. Actually, it keeps the live going. You know what I mean? Because when you're constantly reading this stuff, it is a Debbie Downer. It is. I feel bad for these kids, for these victims, but at the same time, I also feel bad for the people that are out there. Like, I understand some people come to my channel just to get the information and that's what they want me to focus on. That's not me. If you came here for me to be straight laced with you, go visit Squirrels on Fire. That is the channel that I'm going to take any of the lives that I have, and I'm going to cut out all the bullshit and all the stuff that we should be focused on. I'm going to clip it so that it all goes together. And I'll put that content on Squirrels on Fire. Unless I upload a video, then please go watch those. Because if you haven't watched my last 2 drops on Squirrels on Fire, I highly recommend you do.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
As we're shooting the shit, is what's her face, the crazy one, still doing stuff? Like
Judas. I heard she is too.
Oh shit! Like for real?
I heard she's talking about doing the fucking Delphi cases and shit.
Oh, but like okay. I just wanted to
look. I hope she does because I know she'll get sued instantly.
If the Lord is pushing her to do.
I don't encourage many negative behaviors, but I wish she would.
I haven't kept up with it because
I can't do
YouTube is pretty toxic. I only go now in the places that will do me good, which
absolutely, and that's what I've been trying to tell you from the beginning. So look, you've learned.
I'm trying, but I have
the thing that. Go ahead.
No, I don't even click on that shit. That's why I'm asking you.
That's the best thing to do is find the people that you know resonate with you, have your care in their hands, and will make sure that no harm comes to you or negative doesn't come to you, and stay with those people.
Right, that's what I'm doing.
That's why from the beginning, like, people thought I was an asshole when I was like, nah, I just don't like that channel. I don't fuck with that personality. I don't like the vibe of their chat. You know what I mean?
Even when you look at their face, like, don't do it, or even just don't, like, ignore it, and your life will change 100% because you don't realize how much bad shit like it is attached to people.
Yes, it does. With their energy.
Bad energies attached. Even if you watch it but don't mean to watch it, when you watch it, you're literally in the wrong place. It's crazy. I had to learn that the hard way by just like blocking. I wasn't doing the YouTube thing at all, and just to see what was
It's
It's
literal spiritual warfare,
it really is
24/7, 365, no matter where you go.
100%.
It's
Like, don't
so
even
much worse on
yes.
YouTube, but yeah, you
Mhm.
got to be very picky
Don't even
choosy
look
with.
at their faces. Don't
Yeah,
listen
it's
to
not
their
worth it.
voice.
Yeah,
Don't
No.
even listen to what they're saying. Don't just like
Ara, I just block them. I
100.
block
Well,
them,
I
that's what
just
I
and
stayed
do. I
off of
block them
YouTube.
and I forget them.
yep.
Yeah.
It's
No,
a
yeah.
terrible habit to pick up, but it's also good at the same time to be able to just cut people off and be done. Like, I don't know if it's a trauma response. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that I developed as I was in my late teens to my early 20s. That if people did me wrong, if I was not getting a good vibe or like the person that they presented their first mask, because everybody has 3 masks, you know what I mean? They really do. But once that mask drops and you start to see somebody for who they are and it's not who they presented themselves to be, like the best thing for you to do is just cut that off. Don't try to, don't try to fix them. Don't try to. There's some people that are impressionable and you can kind of guide them and help them see their own
Mhm.
bullshit, but there's some people that just don't. And that's one thing I absolutely love about YouTube girls and the people that come into my chat is y'all know what accountability is. Y'all know that it's okay to call each other out on our bullshit, or we know that like we can look at our own behavior, assess our own behavior and be like, yeah, I don't like that. Let me change that, you know?
Mhm. I agree.
And
Yeah.
that's the type of people I want around me is people that are forever growing. Like to stay stagnant has got to be the worst fucking possible thing for anybody to have to endure their entire life is to stay the fucking same.
And never learn something new and
Yeah.
just ugh.
Well,
I
I
mean
learned something new. Don't go
core of
don't go
who
to any of those at all, period.
Yikes. Yeah, no. And that's the thing is like, I know people didn't believe me when I said, I don't want nothing to do with Megan. I don't want nothing to do with that Judas ass lady. Like when I
Yeah.
said that, when those words come out of my mouth, like I mean every ounce of what I say. And
Mhm.
people, for whatever reason, thought I was still watching them. And it's like, no, like when I say I'm done, I'm done. Like I'm
No, but
literally done.
people would send you shit. I remember I would send you shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't wanna know about
Yeah,
this
she's
person.
like, I
I'd
don't
be
want to
like,
see this. Like,
yeah, and then
Yeah.
I don't want to
and
talk about this anymore. I don't want to
me,
hear
I'd be
about
like,
it.
did you see what she said about you? Like fucking
Like,
toxic.
no.
Yeah. And
Yep.
I felt like a dick telling
Yes.
people that, but like I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Other
Mhm.
people's opinions
remember.
of me is not any of my business. The only
Right.
time it is
real.
my business is whenever it becomes
Or when they tell
targeted
you directly.
towards my child or something that legally
Mhm.
I want to do something about. You know?
No,
I
I
know.
learned now because I've learned to be. I just stayed off of YouTube, and I'm like, where do I want to go tonight? And I was like, let's see
Yeah.
what Girls on Fire is doing, and let's see what's the obsession. My two
Dude,
go.
I love what
Me
Watts has
too.
been doing on her channel lately. I
But it's
just
just
go
those
in,
are my
I lurk.
go-to.
Yep. I love Watts.
Everything
Mhm.
else is literally like trash TV. Well, not like
I
our
mean, no,
personal
for
friends with
me,
their
no,
channels,
because
but
like I watch a lot of different
no,
stuff.
but
I'm
like the
not.
drama stuff. You know what I mean? Like the
Mhm.
Judas and
Yeah, when
the
it comes
Turkey
to
Loco, like those.
true
Yeah.
crime type stuff, I'm very picky choosy on what I watch.
Yes.
And you
Exactly.
have to be. You have to
Yes.
be.
Mhm.
But like
You
I was
have to
watching
be.
those drama channels too much. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Now,
it's so bad
I'm
and
not
toxic.
gonna
I'm
lie
so
that
glad you decided to
Yes.
break free.
yeah, yeah.
100.
It's
Sorry, Shannon,
very
go ahead.
important that you do. No, we're all talking here.
I'm saying my truth.
Mhm. Truth is good and like that's the only way I know how to be. And I know like some people think I'm a bitch for it or I'm a cunt or I'm whatever they want to think that I am,
Don't
but
see
I
the C
assure you
word
that's not.
though.
I know my boundaries. I know what I want for myself. I know what I want in my life. I know I know me best. And I just know the type of people do not understand that the 5 main people that influence you literally influence you, you know?
Good
Right.
night,
And it's
Mr. Mark.
I know.
good night, Mark. Love you, buddy.
Night, Mark.
If you keep your circle tight, if you, and it's terrible, but I have levels to at which I will let people into my circle.
Well, that's normal. I think we're all like that.
And I think that everybody saw the way that I approach all friendships, all type of ships in general, by the way that I handled my Discord. And everybody was so pissed that I had levels and tiers of who could be where and what. And it's like, no, like, I don't want some person I've never met on the internet in parts of Discord where people are talking about their personal lives. Do not. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I just wanted people to show me that they could be trusted, knowing personal information about people without taking it out on YouTube. And I realized really quick that having 200 people in a fucking Discord it doesn't work. It does not work.
It didn't work
It's
for
just
you.
like YouTube. With that,
There's some
It was
people
way
that,
too much.
that like that shit. It's weird, right?
Yep.
I don't. I
Thrive
do not
on
like
it.
drama.
The drama.
But
I-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm not like literally not a part of any other Discord because
Like, I like
Right?
people that can have conversations, logical adult conversations. There's a huge difference between having a logical conversation, a healthy debate, and drama. And I'm not with the drama. If I want drama, I'll go on Twitter X and I'll check out my 3 people that keep tabs on old SF investigates and have me a good ass giggle.
good night, Michael.
Tell you.
Night, Michael.
Anna B said happy birthday, Shan.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
Anna
thank you, thank you.
Bees. What's up
My
with
Anna
these?
Bean.
Anna Bees, what's up with these nuts?
Dude, if y'all do not watch people drag SF on Twitter, you fucking need to. Like, the receipts this chick. No, the receipts this chick just dropped on SF today had me fucking cackling. So I guess there is a way that you can take like somebody's Twitter account like you do with YouTube and you can run their stats on their fucking YouTube.
Nice.
And it's like 3% of the people that follow him are fucking bots. Like 40% of the people are like low level, like drama ass people. And he literally only has like 20% support from his followers. But then like, no, it's not even engagement. It's like real supporters, like real legit supporters. And only like 1.9% of them are what are known to us as influencers, like people with. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad for a private investigator. That's bad. But then when you see how many people's following him and then look at them numbers again, you're like, oh my God, that's really bad. Because it's really bad.
He is by far the worst PI I've ever.
Look, and if I run my
worst? Oh yeah,
he got
girl,
on
if
a
I
show
run my
and
stats based.
I mean, is he the most successful sold out private investigator? Fake? Yes,
he's a fucking shill.
He's the best. He's the best. Fake.
He's equivalent to old backdoor tubes Jeff.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, hey, good job investigating.
Good old shit fuck.
Good job getting footage of the lake.
Is he still around?
Not actually investigating it and then realizing it after, like, oh shit, I didn't realize I caught this. Oh, great job,
he's going so hard in the paint on fucking Sebastian's case. Like, it makes me want to puke. And then he does the same backpedaling. He inserts like information that is so outdated, and even law enforcement has said like, this has no relevance to the case. We've already vetted this. Like, this has nothing to do with nothing. Why are you putting it out there as new information to get people all fucking riled up for nothing? Like, law enforcement has called him out.
MJ said, happy birthday, Shan. Happy birthday.
Thank you, MJ.
People are telling you happy birthday.
Terrible.
Bitch.
And the thing of it is like, what he did with Kylie Rodney's case, if he really cared about that family, if he was really in it for the heart and for the victim, the biggest thing that he would have focused on and never fucking let go is why Jagger Westfall was sent or had access to that picture. Why was that? Like, why was Ryan Upchurch taken to the PAP and not that photograph alone? It makes no sense to me. Like any law enforcement agent will tell you that a private investigator does not put the stuff that shitfuck puts out there the way that he does. Like that's not ethical for a private
Well, apparently
investigator.
he had the Donner Camp footage for a long time, right? He's the one that put it out.
I think that
Or
weirdo
that YouTube channel. You know what I'm talking about?
let me think of his
Yeah,
handle.
you got that from someone else.
STEM KB.
Right. Right. But
That
then
guy.
he sent it to SF.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's how I think it was.
How does he have this like connection to he knows
because okay, well, STEM KB would have known like first day or two that those cameras were there. Like he would have known almost immediately.
Right,
between him, his buddy, and his spouse, they would have all known that that's there.
Before that before she was found, that footage was available and they knew about it.
And that's what's crazy. Like, is why did we wait till October to put this out?
October 4th, you remember?
Yep, I do remember because it's about to drop.
Exactly.
All right. See, I know I can.
I'll tell you why they waited, because it's fraudulent, and it was planned to be dropped at that time with that person who also commented on it and said it's about to drop. They're all part of the cover up. That's why.
Yeah, the Truckee Local said it's good. Somebody's gonna come out on this day, and you guys are gonna apologize and kiss.
You're gonna be telling Sammy, you're gonna be apologizing to Sammy. It's like, no, bitch.
The same day that the camera footage dropped, the fire camp stuff, not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
No.
In my opinion, SF is sent out to cause purpose.
He's the mud in the waters.
Yes.
I'll say it like that. So none of us get in trouble.
He's not an investigator. He's a bot storyteller. You pay him enough, he'll tell the story that you want him to tell.
Okay, so there's two people in life. There's people that work to get what they have, whether it's their degrees or their licenses or whatever. And there's a lot of people like that in this world, honest people. And then there's people that are like, oh, I could just pay for that and get that. And I know somebody that knows somebody. And if I put myself out there in a certain way, like I could just obtain it. And that's the other type of person that buys their way into their careers. Y'all can decipher which one I think he might be.
Say good night, Michael. Sorry.
I'm gonna smoke a little more so my lips get a little looser.
I was talking to you, Daniel.
My will get a little cacklier.
What did you say? Sorry, I sounded like an asshole. I was like,
"What'd you say, Frank?"
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I think I said it's your birthday. Smoke it.
Birthday.
I am.
It's your birthday.
All right. So where were we? All right. So we have the external injuries, widespread superficial abrasions, contusions, and scratches, but no wounds on the soles of her feet. A small frontal scalp hemorrhage, 1 to 2 centimeters long, indicate minor blunt trauma. The canine scent data, the scent dropped at the driveway, contradicting claims of her running through brush, suggesting she didn't travel far on foot. Assault evidence. No specific assault markers, defensive wounds, fractures beyond the scalp hemorrhage through the autopsy, and it lacks detailed findings to rule out all forms of assault. Possibility of assault and dumping. Feasibility. The canine scent ending at the driveway strongly implies Trinity was picked up. Okay? This is Grok. AI is not dumb, y'all, and I know you know this. Okay? I'm going to read this again for all you fucks in the back. The canine scent ending at the driveway strongly implies Trinity was picked up, likely by a vehicle, rather than continuing on foot. The absence of foot wounds support this, and she didn't traverse in the ravine barefoot, suggesting transport. Lividity matching her supine position confirms she died there, but she could have been dumped alive, dying of hypothermia post-abandonment.
That's such a weird thing. That's crazy.
This is Grok, dude. Like I said, all I put in here was the autopsy and the police putting out to the public that the canine scent stopped at the end of the driveway. I put nothing else into Grok. So it's using the autopsy and one statement from the police. And this is what it's saying so far.
Oh, like AI. I get you.
Yep. This is Grok 3. Assault. The scalp hemorrhages could indicate an assault. An example, a blow to the head, rather than a fall. Though their minor nature, 1 to 2 centimeters, no deeper injury isn't conclusive. LSD impairment of 0.58 nanograms per milliliter might have made her vulnerable to abduction and assault, with no need for extensive trauma if she was subdued quickly. The autopsy doesn't detail bruising or restraint marks, but such evidence could be subtle or absent in a controlled attack. Contradictions. Hypothermia assumes prolonged exposure after wandering, but clean feet and canine data suggest she didn't walk to the ravine. If dumped alive, hypothermia remains plausible, but the timeline shortens. 2 days. See that? And a third-party involvement becomes a legal pivot. Where is this girl's family? Potentially shifting from accident to a homicide or manslaughter. Legal implications. Lack of overt assault evidence, which is fractures or strangulation, weakens a definitive foul play case, but the scent and the foot anomalies open the door for criminal liability. Example, an abduction, assault, abandonment causing her death. Somebody is responsible. Same with Kylie. Conclusion. It is legally plausible that Trinity was picked up, assaulted, and dumped alive. The canine scent loss and pristine feet suggest transport, not wandering. While scalp hemorrhages could hint at an assault, hypothermia fits as the cause, as if she was left exposed, but the scenario leans toward foul play. Additional forensic evidence, example, DNA and scene analysis, which I don't think happened, is critical to substantiate assault and intent. Where's their freaking... Where is there proofs of investigation to rule out all of these prime suspects? Like, they're so quick to say, it was an accident, and then blame the dead person that can't speak for themselves. This is why I have a problem with this type of corruption, is it is so easy to already take a child that is already fucking vulnerable to her fucking environment, do terrible things to them, and get rid of their body. And know that the law enforcement, because, I don't know, they're your buddies, or you go to cool clubs with them, or if it's just your way of how you've established your town over the past few decades. I'm not sure which it is. Ugh, y'all. I can't even finish my statement because it makes me fucking sick. And this is why I continue to try to be their voices, because when you have corruption at such a level, mixed with vulnerable, impressionable, and what looks like groomed adolescents, and then you mix it in to an area that is known for corruption, is known for pedophilia, is known for trafficking of both kinds, and then you have law enforcement that gets paid these massive fucking salaries. Like, I don't understand why Doge is not doing a thorough I mean, I know that Gavin Newsom already raised some flags on his state. Good for you, buddy. I'm glad you did. Because they're doing an investigation at that level as far as, like, where's this money going for this fucking train that never got built and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Fire prevention that, I mean, you guys fucking closed off dams so that the water couldn't trickle down to these poor fucking people. Meanwhile, the water flows plenty from fucking Canada. And it's free, and God gives it to us. And then you have this corrupt fucking state that sells their fucking water rights to people that they don't give a fuck about you. I don't know why people in the state of California can't wake up to this mind fuck that they're literally born into this, and they think that this is a natural, normal way of life, and it's absolute fucking corruption to the entire rest of the United States. At this point, to the rest of the fucking world. And it's fucking sickening that your babies are dying for this.
We're like cattle, basically.
I'm
like,
pissed.
If you're not the top 2%, we're just cattle.
I ain't gonna be treated like that. I'm sorry.
No.
We have our constitutional and God-given rights, man. And I'm gonna go with those. And if exposing California on levels that causes investigations into these companies that make all of this money surrounding this case, if y'all do not want to arrest and prosecute the perpetrator, like, and literally, like, this is what's so fucked up, is y'all are raised in this, I don't even know what the fuck y'all want to call that. It's just like, I've never seen levels of corruption like I have in California. I fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And don't take me the wrong way when I say this. I wish I would have never, ever, ever, ever stumbled upon Kylie Rodney's case, because I would not have known all this about California. I mean, eventually I would have, because, I mean, look, half their fucking state's burning down.
For real, though. Those fires.
It is.
Remember they said, look out for those fires.
Yeah, dude. And the lady was like, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go over to another fucking country that seems to start burning down.
They're all going underground. They're going underground.
Setting the world on fire and then going to their little bunkers.
That's right. That's right.
Fucking terrible, dude. And funny news, did y'all see old Zuck and what he did for his wife for her birthday? Because what is he on, bro? This motherfucker got on a performance stage and let people tear a tuxedo off his body to reveal this one-piece nut-hugging, shiny, it's like powder blue, shiny ass onesie thing, and he like, dude, it's gay as fuck. I'm sorry.
What did he do? What are you talking about?
Just go Google it. Look, I'll show you. Fuck it, I don't even care. Let's go to X for a minute. I think I liked it. Oh, look, there's my Nova. I miss her so much.
What do you mean you miss her so much?
Nova passed away, honey. She had a massive fucking seizure. Broke my heart.
Start crying.
It's gonna make me cry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
okay.
My condolences, Shan. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
Damn, that hit me in my feels. I love her. I
am so sorry.
It's okay.
She was a beautiful animal. She's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't know, and that's the thing, is I don't put my life on YouTube. But if somebody's gonna ask me about something, I don't want to lie to people. You know what I mean? I like when people don't ask me questions.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. She had a massive fucking seizure.
Okay. Well.
And then 2 days later, she had another one, and her heart ceased, and that was it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, sending you hugs. I'm so sorry.
2 hours before I got that bitch to a vet, she passed away, man.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I love her, though. I think about her every damn day. All right, we're over it. Ugh. That's a rough heal. It really
That's
is.
why I had to mute for you.
I apologize.
It's okay, honey. It's okay. I think about her and talk about her every day. It just All right, hold on. Look, see, my pin is on here. Just a reminder that Kylie Rodney did not drown. I don't even care. Fuck these people. All right, where's my likes at? I gotta find this Zuck video. We gotta laugh now. Come and join my roller coaster tonight. I love y'all. Tears in my eyes. I laugh.
Birthday girl.
Dude, where the fuck is this? If I have to fucking,
you gotta put in some pink hearts in the chat for Shan, please.
Hold on a second. Dude, where's this Zuckerberg? Did I not like it? Dude, fucking Cappy. Oh, his videos. I love that they're circulating again.
Me too.
It's good to talk about the Epstein files because it's good to see shit like this all fucking recirculating. It really is. All this, the elevator, the little Israel,
That's
his
like the
little
Ellen
ode to
DeGeneres
Israel.
backdrop.
Huh?
Ellen DeGeneres backdrop.
Look, this is how you can
Mhm.
tell he was
Sure
not
is.
only a Mossad agent, but he was also had he vowed to Israel. Look at it.
He was Jewish.
Yeah.
He was a Mossad slash FBI agent for us.
Dude, where the hell's it? Okay,
you
all
just
right, I
wanna
gotta
know the
find
truth.
this. Man, I can't believe. How do you spell his name? Mark
Just like Diddy. Undercover
Zuckerberg.
informant
Let's see if
FBI
it's one of the top videos. Cause dude, I was fucking rolling today when I say here it is, y'all. You ain't ready for this. You are
Oh my
not
gosh,
fucking
yeah,
ready.
no.
Look, if you gotta pee, you better go quick. It's only 17
I
seconds
just
long
did. I'm
too.
good.
I'll make it full screen. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss this. Let me make sure the volume's on. Y'all ready? He doesn't sing, I don't think. Which I'm trying to find a video of the full. I want to see the full cut of this shit, dude. This shit. We'll try to find the whole thing. You ready?
I'm sorry I'm here for someone else. It's good to see your face, and I really hope you're doing well.
I'm gonna get in trouble for the music. What is he doing? Man, he must really love his woman to do this.
That looks more like an embarrassment ritual or something.
What?
I don't know.
Bro, it does. It's like a humiliation ceremony.
Exactly what I was just thinking.
I
Like,
wonder if he sang an Elvis song because he's got the fucking Elvis buckle and like the fucking powder blue. I gotta see what he sings, y'all.
I'm sorry. I did not like him.
It's
and
so
he is,
cringe. He is so cringe. Dude.
oh,
And him growing his hair out was a bad. It's a bad look, bro. It's a bad. Oh my god, dude, is it the whole thing? No, it's not. This isn't the whole thing either. He look, and this is what makes me think humiliating. He had to post this to his own Instagram and release
Yes,
it.
that's exactly what this looks like. It
Do
is.
it to himself, y'all. That's terrible. So terrible.
Well, who was that walked out naked at that one show? Was it John Cena? With just a towel on or something?
They're always just naked, or
No, there
with
was one
clothing?
recently. Kanye's new bitch came out and
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
her.
see her
I
boob.
think
They
that's
did that
just
on
how.
purpose.
Nope, that's just her.
Bro,
She's
you can see
okay
this
with
I'm
bitch
that.
talking about where they
and
make
her
these guys
tatas.
wear
Yeah.
dresses and skirts.
That's what
or
Cat
And then-
Williams was saying.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
so-
it was Gene. I think it was the guy I mentioned. You guys that went
I'm
out
really
onto an
letting this
award
play.
show in just a towel. John
She's
Cena.
laughing
Dude,
at him though. Like that's the
these
funniest
awards
part.
are District 1. They're all District 1 shit.
Look, his chick is laughing
You know?
at him. Like this has to be a humiliation ceremony. Like everybody's laughing at Mark
The
right
party.
now, bro. And he had no problem doing this for his lady, which I commend him for that. But is it deeper than that?
Yeah.
What's
No pun
Aw,
intended.
MJ can't type.
Yeah.
What?
You should-
I know what I said, and then I realized it. That's why I had to look at chat and see who typed last and read it. Oh fuck, dude. Mark Zuckerberg wears Benson Boone's sequined Grammys jumpsuit to perform at wife Priscilla's 40th birthday. What the fuck did he sing? He does the whole jump thing off the fucking piano and shit, y'all. It's so gay.
Speaking of bunkers, have you heard people discuss his? I mean,
Dude.
it's ridiculous.
There
It's
are
ridiculous.
people putting out like their estimated diagrams of what it actually looks like. Why does he need a whole ass classroom in there? Anybody?
Right? Great question.
Anybody? That was the first thing I focused on because it's the same thing in all of these people's. Because you know how they do even like space and shit. How they think something looks like it does based upon the things that you hear, see it. All diagrams have this fucking huge classroom in it. And it
What are
just
they like planning for another great reset? They're gonna get rid
how
of
many
us all?
kids does he have? Is my first
Mhm.
question.
I don't know. Looks like he's got what, his own water system,
Oh yeah, man. Own
energy.
air system. Yeah, he's got it all.
Yep. He does all that, the food, his own. I mean, it's unbelievable. And the
And the
fact that he
thing of it
pays all those people outside to watch,
is this pussy ass bitch don't
like
even
you,
realize like all the people that he's gonna hire on to protect his little fortress. You're gonna get in that underground bunker with you. Okay, listen to me, Mark, when I tell you this, because this is exactly how it's gonna happen.
American
Guys
people
are
are gonna
all
come
gonna
take
go under
over.
there, okay? And it's gonna be like end of the world events, okay? And then big old men are gonna bend you over and eat your food, okay? Because when the rations start getting a little lighter, okay? Yo, these people don't think it through the whole way through. You know what I mean? They really don't. And it's not like him and his little hot wife are going to go down there and are going to make a whole bunch of babies to fill that classroom. And then I think about his ties, and I think, and I'm not saying he's trafficking children, so please don't take
Oh,
me as saying that. But what do you need that classroom for? Like, what kind of civilization you moving down there? I feel like it's like, you know, the Fallout show. Y'all ever watch the Fallout show? It's
I
based
have
on the
not.
video game. Okay, so if you have not watched it's a limited series called Fallout, is what it is, and it's based off the video game Fallout. Go watch that shit. If we're into the
Is
Handmaid's
this
Tales,
is this about? Wait, I'm sorry. The one you just mentioned, is this about a bunch of people living
that
in
live in
bunkers?
yes, it's
Yes, I
literally
started
after
it.
a
It's so good.
nuclear
I gotta
fallout.
finish. I gotta continue
Yeah,
watching it.
it's so good.
It is really good. And
But the thing that is like these dudes that created this video game are so into that whole there's a name for it. Post-apocalyptic, but that's not the word I'm looking for. I can't think of it.
District
Y'all.
1.
No, there's a name for it. It's one word. One word.
I was joking. Sorry.
Maybe 3 syllables. 2
I
or 3
got it.
syllables.
I got the joke. I laughed.
But yeah, like this dystopia that they go and live in, and like they pick and choose who they procreate with, and then
Ugh.
if you get up high enough ranks, like you move off into a bunker and create your own civilization.
Your own district. Like,
Bro,
Yeah,
hey,
it is your own
yeah.
district. Yes, it is.
what is the movie that was, I don't know, like 80s, late 80s, early 90s, where it's like you put on the sunglasses and you can see.
Oh, the Obey movie? I forget the name of it.
Yes.
Why can't I think of the name of it?
I'm
Oh my
looking
god.
for it, but
Hold on.
The
it's
guy
called.
that kind of looks like Michael J. Fox.
Hold on. I got you.
Oh, I gotta find it before you.
It's not They Live. That's what it is. They
Oh
Live.
yes, They Live.
1988.
Yes.
It came out August 20. No, this is written August 25th.
Yes, They Live.
Yep. They Live, Obey is what, yeah.
Yes, and
That's
so
what the
it's
Obey
crazy.
meme is based. That's how I looked it up. Movie based on Obey meme.
Yeah, and then they keep us like in a sleep light state
Yes.
with
Yes.
the signals from the TVs, from your Wi-Fi.
Thanks
You
for
know,
the
it's
word
just
about the list coming out.
You know what's freaky about that is that it's almost like our life right
Hey, Moon
now
Diaries.
with the 5G towers.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, and that's the thing is like movies like They Live, Orwell's 1984.
Yep.
Leave the world behind.
Leave the World
Yes.
Behind. What's that? Oh, why can't I think of it? Oh my god, Truman Show.
Yes, but at the end of the day, what They Live, it was like the people that lived underground. They lived underground, and there was a difference between reptilians. And
There's a lot of movies with a lot of messages in them.
You're right.
Sounds like real life.
That's no, and that's why they try to distract you with reality TV and sports and arena stuff. Is because I mean they've been doing it since the Roman era.
By
Are you not
what they're
entertained?
playing.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm entertained by us, but
The Gladiator, that's like a famous line. Are you not entertained?
They want to pacify us all.
But that's what it is.
Mm,
Yeah, it's to keep you
mhm.
focused away from. Yep. 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 Yep.
What's
Yep.
really going on?
Yep. All right, where the hell are we at? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'm going to read this again. That way I could splice the video together. It's legally plausible that Trinity was picked up, assaulted, and dumped alive. The canine scent loss and pristine feet suggest transport, not wandering, while scalp hemorrhages could hint at assault. Hypothermia fits as the cause if she was left exposed, but the scenario leans toward foul play. Additional forensic evidence, example DNA and scene analysis, is critical to substantiate assault and intent. Y'all want to comment on that before I read more? Okay. Like, it's
I'm
crazy that Grok knows in the matter of 30 seconds what some people, it's finally taking almost 3 years for it to finally be like, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Sounds like that little girl was dumped.
You should print this out, send it on over to the sheriff's office.
Man, I should print it out and have people put it up all over Grass Valley.
There you go.
That's freedom of press, right?
Sure, yeah. No harm.
All right, so that was medical legal perspective. Now we're going to go into investigator perspective. Grok is really smart. Focus, reconstructing events and resolving inconsistencies with scene and statements. And it's going to be really hard for it to do based upon just 2 key things. Well, technically 3: autopsy, toxicology, and police statements. Okay. Key findings: the scene context, found in supine position in a ravine off Kentucky Ravine. This is what's crazy. Off Kentucky Ravine Road in dense brush, wearing tan shorts, a sweater, and necklace were 250 to 300 feet south. Mud marks, okay? You have to understand that this little girl had mud marks on her, which could indicate dragging. I'm sorry, but it could. It also kept her feet pristine if you drag somebody. I'm just saying. Anyway. Mud marks suggest a slip, but no foot wounds contradict extensive walking. Canine scent. Here you go, SF. This is for you, buddy. Canine scent stopped at the driveway per public statement, despite claims she ran through brush. What we doing? Are we watching cartoons? Sounds like cartoons.
Sure sounds like it. That's not me. Our
She's watching
what
a
are you
band.
doing? Are you playing? This is great. I love it.
It is. I'm gonna like keep doing it too. All right, what are we watching, girl? It sounds like cartoons. It does. It's either cartoons or a class. I love moments like this. It's a good band.
She's cooking. She's cooking.
Is she cooking?
I can hear her cutting something up. Ara.
Ara, what you doing, girl? What you watching? I bet you she's watching a band, her band, one of her bands, or a performance, or cartoon.
Cartoons is all I can picture is SF like tiptoeing around while you're reading.
All right, I'm gonna be nice. I'll mute her. That was really funny, though.
I love you. It's so perfect.
And it's like it was good, like cartoon suspense, you know, like when Wile E. Coyote are about to get into it.
It totally
You know?
was. It's exactly what I was thinking. Aside
It
from
was.
why you're reading about. This is for you, SF.
Came in. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna mute.
All right, so where are we at? Canine scent. Stopped at the driveway per public statement, despite claims she ran through brush, indicating she likely didn't proceed on foot. Body condition. superficial injuries, body wide, no soul wounds, small scalp hemorrhages, okay, because there's multiple, 1 to 2 centimeters, and lividity matching her position. It sounded like she was like dropped off and dragged, and where she, I mean, that's what it sounds like.
I'm sorry. It's so inappropriate because I'm still laughing over here reading chat too.
It's all good.
Shit, I'm sorry.
JR
With Ara.
Nana says sound like a fun game.
What does that mean?
Look,
Oh
I
my
muted
God,
you.
Ara.
What were you watching? Come back.
What do you mean? What was I watching?
Okay, so don't say anything. You were either listening to a school band, a performance, or cartoons. Is that any
I
of
was
that answer?
I was filming my puppy eating a bully stick. And
And
I
you were
posted it
using
on
cartoon
TikTok.
music?
Yes. No, yes. Oh
Yes.
shit, I didn't know.
Yep.
Look. This is what I was filming, look.
It is cartoon music. That's
Oh, I
great.
love it.
I'm so sorry.
We were all over here giggling with you for a minute.
Well, because she was eating her bully stick, so I was filming her, and then oops, I didn't know I was not muted. I'm so sorry.
Shan goes, "This is for you, SF." Lean in, basically, and starts reading, and it's so.
I'm so
I'm sorry.
sorry.
We're laughing during this
No,
time.
it
This
went
is serious.
very well together.
It went well. It was
went well.
hilarious.
I was
Thanks
just,
for the laugh, Ara.
my dog was just chewing a bully stick, and I was like distracted. Like ADHD, like ooh, bully
It's
stick.
all good.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm so
funny
sorry.
though. It's funny. Good
Oh,
music.
God.
It was the perfect time for it to come in and
Oh
everything.
God. It was thank you guys for being so nice about it.
It was a good time. No, we all got to giggle.
Okay.
Look, if you got a giggle in chat, put a laughing face.
Like I was just like
Look,
fascinated.
I was like, I'm gonna let it keep playing. I even did.
I was fascinated by my
Listen to
dog
it.
chewing a bully stick.
We were fascinated by your cartoon music, so it's all
I'm
good.
so
See, look, we
sorry.
all got
Oh,
good- good love.
Jade.
I love you guys so much. You
I
guys are
love your
good people
jokes,
in the world.
Jade.
Sorry. Okay,
Anna,
continue.
I'm so glad you're here.
Oh shit!
All right.
Fucking Jade got
Hello?
dragged by Grok. That's terrible. That's
She's
terrible.
got because of her jokes. She's got awesome one-liners.
Yeah, but
Like
look,
with Jade, I
Jade's
love
type
her
of
jokes.
humor is right there with Elon's, and like they're like dad jokes, but they're good. You know,
They're great. They're
they're
great.
great. They're great. They really are. I have
Mhm.
never not heard a Jade joke that, like, I mean, even her vulgar ones, dude. I get a little head giggle.
I love them
Sometimes
and she gets all upset. She's got some great comments. Oh man. Okay, back to business. I feel bad. I apologize for
I
laughing.
don't.
I'm
I
listening.
don't look. That's
I'm
what we're
It's a
listening.
doing.
serious
you know?
thing,
I'm
but
listening.
It's serious,
again,
but
you
you
gotta find
also
humor.
gotta talk about because yeah, this shit's just heavy, dude.
It
Yeah.
is.
But look, based upon what Grok's saying, the way that my
Mhm.
brain thinks, look, I wasn't.
Mhm.
I'm not wrong based upon Grok. And
No,
I've been
you're not.
screaming the same fucking thing since like
Yep.
day ones, you know? And it's just
Yes.
crazy that you got PIs out there taking all like sponging off these families, preying on these families to get money from them, and then he doesn't do anything. And then another girl in the same area goes missing, and he's like, "Nope, I can't have that much heat on me."
Whatever.
Like,
I think
what?
he's assigned to certain cases, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know what the fuck he did. Just he makes me sick.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how that FEMA job's going. Sorry.
Yikes, dude. Dude, they were dragging him for his fucking homemade shirts for his SARS team. And then people were trying to go to his website to leave reviews and shit. And they're like, what type of fucking CD-ass PI is this? Like, you can go to his homepage, but you can't
Oh my
email him to
gosh.
give him a review.
Oh shoot. He got himself in he pissed off the wrong people on X.
Dude, like there's
And
3
also
people
remember
I
when
follow on Twitter that just drag him, but it's not bad drags. Like they bring the receipts, and I'm here for it.
yes, I love it. Hey, was it Ara that uncovered his website, or was that somebody else? How it was like pasted? Was that you, Shan?
I think it was
I
Shan.
went
like
over his
copy and
website. I went over
And
his
it was
website. I know I did.
like fraudulent and like paste, like cut and paste of other stuff. It was awful.
No, I don't. Maybe I didn't do all that, but we did
We'll
go
have
over
to
his
go
website.
revisit it.
We giggled about it. I don't know what all we said. We might could have found some copy pasted shit. Probably found a
I
bunch of
think we did.
misspellings or something. I'm just out of everything that I'm watching and listening to unfold. I would like to know why DX Mystery, you know, the one around Kylie's case that left SF know, the lawyer lady from Tennessee, you know that lady?
Yeah, she figured out what he was like.
She cut off all ties with him.
She
And it
sure
makes me,
did.
I would like to know why, you know? I'm not here for the goss,
Right after
but I
Kylie's
just
case.
like, I would like to talk some goss, you know?
Hmm. Yeah,
I
great
would like to
point.
know because like if you look at it's not a dude from Adventures with Nug. It's another one of those aquatic searcher dudes. He cut ties with him as well.
A lot of people have. And Adventures with Purpose, one of them mentioned that they had worked with them in the past and that
It's
they no
crazy to
longer.
me that SF don't got no friends.
Gee, I wonder why.
Right? I'm just curious like
It's all about him.
how bad you have to fuck up to have somebody like DX say we can't be friends no more. You know what I mean? I'm not saying
Right.
she's a bad person by any means. But for
Seems
somebody
like she's a real, I in my opinion, a real private investigator.
Yeah, and I think like with
That's
her
what they
lawyer
look like.
skills, and she was looking at it like, oh, this man is about to fucking ruin my credibility. I need to
Correct.
relook at him, and she relooked at him and was like, nah, I can't fuck with that. Kind of like how I do with people, you know?
Yeah. Something happened.
Something happened. Something really happened. I don't know. Maybe he did her dirty. Maybe he owes her money. I really don't know. I don't need all that. But yeah, fuck that guy. CP said that.
Probably, so what do you call him? He's got diabetes. She probably caught on to
that. He's got more than diabetes though. Ugh. Ugh. That man makes me nauseous. That's why I call him shit fuck. He just makes me nauseous.
I know.
He really does. I'm really honestly surprised his name's not something like fucking Tony. You know?
Maybe that was CNY that uncovered that with his website.
Steven. Steven Fisher. I love the names people have for him. Steven. It's so good. Ugh. He's so gross. Anyway. Wow. That man. I love when people drag him, though. He deserves it. He's a piece of shit. All right. Possibility of assault and dumping. Canine and feet evidence. The scent ending at the driveway suggests Trinity entered a vehicle voluntarily or forcibly, rather than running into the brush. Her clean feet bolster this. She didn't traverse rugged terrain barefoot, implying transport to the ravine. The sweater and necklace that were 250 to 300 feet south could be discarded by an assailant or dropped during movement, not her wandering. Remember I said how easy it would be for somebody to, I don't know. And I'm not saying sexual assault. That's not what I'm saying here at all, y'all. It'd be really easy for somebody close to her to subdue her. I mean, when you're rolling, when you're tripping, when you're on LSD, even a tiny amount, it makes you very vulnerable. Because you don't know what's right. Like this little girl is running out of her house because she thinks radiation from her phone's going to get her. But that's the story. That's allegedly. There's so many different stories in the very beginning of this girl's story. So many different stories that override stories, that contradict stories, that I don't think that's any of it's the real story.
I agree.
Damn. Her clean feet bolster this. She didn't traverse rugged terrain barefoot, implying transport to the ravine. I'm just going to keep saying it. The sweater and necklace, 250 to 300 feet south, could be discarded by an assailant or dropped during movement, not her wandering. Miss Ara dropped off. She probably got caught in cartoons. Assault. The assault. The scalp hemorrhages might be a result from an assault. Example, a blow to subdue her. It would not be hard. You would not, somebody that is under, I mean, these LSD serious shit. It wouldn't be very hard to knock somebody out that's already out of their mind, we'll just say.
Right.
You know, same with Kylie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really crazy how they both have these. Kylie has a deep tissue contusion on her head that nobody wants to look at. And Trinity has multiple hemorrhages. Like, that's what's crazy to me. Like, it's not just a cut or an abrasion. Like, there is a multiple scalp hemorrhages.
Mm-hmm.
That should tell you something right there. Okay? The scalp hemorrhages might result from an assault. Example, blow to subdue her, rather than a fall, though their minor size suggests a limited force. LSD could have dulled her resistance, reducing visible injuries. The 2-day gap from November 9th to November 11th, which is crazy, that's 9/11 backwards and still 11/11. The 2-day gap from November 9th to November 11th allows time for abduction, assault elsewhere, and dumping. Dumping scenario. If dumped alive, she could have slipped into her final position per mud marks, dying of exposure, reconciling the lividity with a shorter timeline. Clean feet suggest she was carried or walked minimally post-transport. Man, I haven't read all this. This is fucking mind-blowing to me. Because this is what I done been saying. Contradictions. The hypothermia narrative assumes wandering, but canine data and clean feet dispute this. Conflicting claims, ran versus sent, stopped, might reflect witness error. I mean, you remember these witnesses that trying to tell you what happened, none of their stories align. Just like Kylie Rodney. Their stories changed quickly. Okay? So there's conflicting claims. Ran versus sent, stopped. Miss Art is back. Which might reflect witness error or deliberate misdirection, pointing to a cover-up.
You don't say.
You know? Like even Grok knows. Damn, we ain't even done yet, y'all. Whew. Conclusion. The investigator, okay, finds it possible that Trinity was picked up at the driveway, assaulted, example, struck on the head, and dumped alive in the ravine, dying of hypothermia. Oh, look at that. Clean feet and canine scent loss support transport, not wandering, while scalp hemorrhages could tie to foul play. The distant clothing suggests third-party involvement. Seen evidence, example, tire tracks, drag marks, you know, the same things that they didn't have for Kylie, so they used other dated shit to tell us we're seeing shit that wasn't there 2 weeks prior for the full 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden it shows up after this black truck pulls through there while AWP's there. It's all on video. The tire tracks that they're trying to tell us is the tire tracks of possibly Kylie's going into the water. There is video proof, and I think this is why they went after AWP for documenting everything. That's why the balloon footage was taken down. There is a black pickup truck with fucking moose ear mirrors that drives down beside AWP, right in front of that little sage bush, the bushes there, goes up towards Oil Pan Hill and turns and stops there. And he sits there for, I mean, almost the whole time AWTP's checking the water. It's crazy. crazy what you see when you just watch. All right, so the distant clothing suggests third-party involvement. Science or seen evidence, which, again, tire tracks, drag marks. Did you look for it? Probably not. If you had to have proof to say that you probably just pick it from another date and tell us what we want to see. I don't trust you motherfuckers. Okay? And it says right here, witness re-interviews are vital to confirm this theory. And I don't understand why the FBI, I mean, I do understand because we had a very corrupt FBI. I'm really glad what's going on with our administration is happening. It's going to be a long process. Hang in there, y'all. But I firmly believe that with the proper changes to our administration, focus on the state of California, laws can be changed to, one, stop this pattern from continuing on, whether it's a failure in the coroner's offices, law enforcement, or community/public figures that have pull in what's going on, corruption. It needs exposed. It needs investigated. These autopsies that just, the list is so long with these autopsies, they all need reopened, reinvestigated, and then we need to see what doctor, what sheriff, what coroner is signing off on all these autopsies. And then we need an open investigation on their fuckery and what they're getting paid and who they're associated with. And I believe it can be done. And then we need to focus on holding those people accountable, having people finally squeal on who's responsible for these kids going missing or their deaths being covered up, and why. Who are we protecting? The people that we're protecting, those people, and the people that, whether they obstructed justice, planted evidence, removed evidence, all those people need held accountable. And it's doable in a just system. All right. Coroner perspective. Focus, official certification, and public health implications. Aligning evidence with cause and manner. Key findings. The cause of death. Probable hypothermia due to prolonged exposure, classified as an accident. The manner was an accident linked to wandering under possible LSD influence, and they keep making note that it's only 0.58 nanograms per milliliter. It's low. It's concerning. It's almost like, Kylie's alcohol levels, after everybody said she was all sorts of fucked up, inebriated, falling down in holes. It's the same thing. Miss Girl's friend and not aunt are all saying she's like fucking tripping out of her mind so much she's seeing things and running away from the house. But I mean, her toxicology implies differently. Just pointing out the obvious, you know?
It's almost like she took that LSD days before.
Yeah.
Like, because it can stay into your system for up to 3 days
honestly,
plus.
at the levels that it is here, and I'm no professional, I've never run research panels, I
Same
don't have
on
the
this.
proof to back what I'm about to say up, but from experience, from reading how quick to get things out of your system, because I was young and dumb once, and I had a job to maintain. You want to see how quick you can get things out of your system, and it'll tell you by weight what you got to do and how you do it. And when you take certain tests, if it's under, it's the same with toxicology. If it's under a certain threshold, they just say it's a preemptive positive because it's too low to say that it's inhibited you in any which way. Is that the right word? No, it's not.
What?
That it's put you under the influence. Like if it's under a certain thingy and they're just saying it's a preemptive positive, it's too low to say, yeah, I mean, that's such a dose that it 0.58 sounds like she started tripping at noon, maybe even like 4 o'clock, between that time frame, maybe. and it started to wear off. And I don't know, Miss Friend, what was in the bong? What'd you put in the bong? That would be my first question.
But with that kind of like with those kind of drugs, you don't even know what's in them in the first place.
No, and that's the thing is like with how much fentanyl is in this country currently and how rampant it is in California. Even if these can't be like hers can't be a drug overdose.
Well, think about it. It's like, okay, if
Or
it's a drug
it could
overdose,
be.
who are the people that we elect that are supposed to take care of these borders? So if there's still drugs coming across, then at that point, any death that is related to any kind of overdose, opiate, whatever, stuff that they can catch at the border, but they didn't catch this that unalived child, then now they're held liable because they know
And
it's
like
coming through. They can sue
they
the government.
never even bothered to write off. Is it possible that somebody gave something to Trinity that night? It hit her and they thought she died. And instead of, oh, fuck, I can't have somebody else's kid dying at my house, let's make it happen somewhere else. That's also possible. There's so many prime suspects that
But
like,
it's never going to be the obvious answer. What they want you to believe.
I mean, one or all of them are lying. Their stories didn't start kind of falling together with Trinity until like day 3. And even then, like,
what is it
made
that
no
bothers
sense.
you about her case so much that you still talk about it, like, and her family doesn't feel like
Trinity's?
they? Yeah, I'm not
Trinity's
asking
case?
that
Okay.
disrespectfully. What I'm asking is like, why isn't her family fighting like as
I
hard
don't
as you
know.
are?
I am gonna assume that it's the corruption in the area in which they
But
can't escape.
what do you think happened to Trinity?
I think something happened to Trinity.
Like what?
I don't know if she ran off or what was going on. But I do believe that somebody picked her up and dumped her. That's what I believe.
Like picked her up and to do what?
I don't know if they sexually assaulted her. I don't know if, like I said, she might have OD'd and they thought she was dying and they didn't want to get in trouble for anything happening on their property. I don't know if it was a friend gave her something that was possibly laced and she didn't want to go down for it, so she called up some of her friends that have already,
Because what was going on? Like,
know.
was she in the same house as her mom?
No, she was at her mom's friend's house.
Okay, and then she tripped out on shrooms.
And like that's what's crazy as hell is like. And then, like, when you look at the mom's history, like, it's just kind of like, I'm not trying to sound mean when I say this. It just sounds like she didn't care, like, what her kid did. She was so busy worrying about her clicks and views and her, selfish. Let's just put that way. She just sounded so selfish for me, that she didn't care where her kid went or who she was with. I'm sure she stayed updated with where it was going. But while she was out skiing on a ski trip, she decided it was best Trinity would stay with not Aunt, her friend. And some real fucky ass shit happened in her house. And look, at this point, if I were her mom, I've seen pictures of her and her mom together and they seem very fucking happy together. But if I was Trinity's mother, I don't care how long me and this bitch have been friends, she died on your watch. You feel me?
Yep.
And if they're still friends to this day, then that's some shady shit. You know what I mean? I would never fucking remain friends with somebody that was negligent with my child. You're telling me that I'm trusting you to go on a ski vacation, okay? That I'm leaving my 16-year-old child with you for no harm to come to them. And you're telling me you're letting my daughter trip on LSD at your house where there's been mention that different people come there. They got a yurt that they have as a rental. You see what I'm saying? These are not healthy conditions to put your child in. That's neglect. And I'm starting to see that they have things that can dangle over these parents' heads to make them shut the fuck up so no charges come on them. Instead of them being like, no, something's really wrong here, they rapidly cremate these people to make them shut the fuck up. So there's no body to ever look at again to run tests. All we have is their word on autopsies that are signed off with fucking blue ink and whiteout on the brain matter. That's what we're supposed to trust is these corrupt fucking people's words. And it's awful what they continue to get away with. But at the same time, I don't understand how these families aren't trying to reach out to somebody, anybody other than somebody locally to them. Even if they got dirt on you. Like, I'm sorry, but if somebody is responsible for the death of your child, that is going to override any type of fucking neglect charges. You feel me? If somebody knowingly and willingly dumped your child or your grandchild in a fucking lake, if somebody knowingly and willingly dumped your daughter in the fucking thickets of the woods, if somebody knowingly and willingly went into a man's home and stabbed him 18 times, okay? If somebody knowingly and willingly got a child to go in an area that he wouldn't normally go for a science project, and he wound up dead, I'd be screaming this shit from the rooftops. You are not going to tell me that you are going to blame the victim in these cases. There are so many of them. All in the same fucking region. Sorry. Pisses me off.
Okay.
That's why I'm passionate about it.
Me too.
You know, and then, like, what makes it even worse is to, like, look at their autopsies that, like, in a lot of cases, like, either make you wonder, like, how corrupt they have to be to just write accident on there, or how stupid they have to be to see that there is not a third party involvement in what promoted to this child's death. But then I look at California as a whole, and I see their homeless problem, and I see their drug problem, and I see their fire problem. They have no problem with getting federal funding, but nothing is changing in California for any of these people. And it's only getting worse.
Yep.
And nobody, like, your homes are burning down and it ain't even waking people up. Your children are going missing and it ain't waking people up. They're drugging your people and letting people flood your towns that don't even belong here unless they do it the legal way. They're purposely doing this to the people, and that's what fucking outrages me. And then the fact that the majority of these cases are kids is what really... These are kids, y'all. They're gone. There's no bringing them back. The only thing you can do is be their fucking voice until reason and law can prove otherwise. Because anybody with enough money, what Kamala Harris say with the swipe of my pen? There's a lot of people like that in this world.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in this world that with a few dollars or a favor or an upping or status or what have you, at the swipe of a pen, will turn it to an accident. And it's time those type of people be investigated. And then let those people tell on those people that bribed them to do such things. Let those people start to go down. And then when those people are like, but this person did it, that's what we need to start seeing. Like, this two-tiered justice system that we have, it needs to quit. We need to focus on our rights as human beings and protect these fucking victims, especially when they're children. Like, that's the part that really gets me. Yes, there's a lot of adults, and yes, I'll continue to talk about Dylan Rousey. I will still continue to say Michael Younger's name. I will continue to say even Amy Morris's name. Like, these people deserve justice as well. They deserve their truths to be told. They deserve their cases to be reopened and reinvestigated. Even if there isn't a body, there's enough in these autopsy reports to start making arrests. It's bullshit. Laws need to change to protect your fucking babies. Okay. Get me all fucking passionate about it. But I am. I don't even know where we're at. All right, hold on. Oh, autopsy evidence. Superficial injuries, no foot sole wounds, small scalp hemorrhages, 1 to 2 centimeters in length, lividity consistent with position, and subtherapeutic LSD. No fractures or petechiae, which are the blood vessels in the eyeballs. Canine scent ended at the driveway, contradicting her running into bush. Possibility of assault dumping. Feet and canine data. No sole wounds and scent stopping at the driveway challenges the assumption of prolonged barefoot wandering. Transport to the ravine, possibly after being picked up alive, is more likely. Lividity confirms death in situ, which is on ground. But she could have been dumped alive, dying of exposure. Assault. Scalp hemorrhages could indicate a blow rather than an environmental impact, though their minor nature fits either scenario. Lack of other trauma, like fractures, suggest a restrained or minimal assault, possibly under LSD impairment, reducing struggle. The autopsy does not include subtle assault markers like soft tissue bruising, like Kylie had. Actually, hers was deep tissue bruising. Hers was deep tissue, which is your soft tissue. That's your soft tissue. Hypothermia fit. Still valid if she was dumped alive and exposed for hours. Example, from November 9th, November 10th to November 11th. Prolonged exposure weakens if transport replacing wandering, potentially shifting the manner from accident to homicide or undetermined. This is what I don't understand, is why these autopsies, because there's no evidence to support their claims. Like, it should be undetermined. Should be. And then these bodies need to be buried or kept somewhere should they need to come back and determine that cause of death. Rather than being like, oh, the victim did it to themselves. It's terrible. It's so fucking terrible. I don't know how some of these people sleep at night. Contradictions. The wandering narrative is undetermined by clean feet and the canine data. If assaulted and dumped, hypothermia remains the cause. But third-party action alters the context. Public health. If foul play is involved, this escalates from a drug-related accident to a criminal case, warranting broader safety measures beyond the LSD risks. Conclusion. Hypothermia as the cause holds, but the canine scent loss and lack of foot wounds suggest Trinity was transported, not self-ambulated, to the ravine, possibly after the assault. Scalp hemorrhages might reflect foul play, though not definitive. The accident manner is questionable. Undetermined or homicide may apply pending further evidence. Scene and forensic data are needed to adjust certification. None of this was done. Wasn't done. If it was, where is it? Summary of possibility and contradictions. 1. Well, and the thing of it is, CB and Anna, is like, if you watch between Kylie, Trinity, and Dante, you can see where they noticed their errors, and their errors wasn't to do better. Their errors they saw was putting too much in the media, telling people too much, so they won't question anything. So they just go along with, oh, it was an accident. Let's blame the victim that can't speak for themselves. Kylie's blew up, and they were not expecting that, were they? Then Trinity happened, and you see how, like, so much conflicting was happening within the first, like, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, that they had to put a fucking wrap on that shit, right? And anybody that was pointing out things, remember Cece when she was trying to point out what was going on? You see how many people attacked her for that? Remember that? I do. I don't know about y'all, but I remember Cece when she was trying to show you where she was found, letting you listen to these chainsaws. They were mad at her because she exposed them. Thank you, Cece.
Yep.
They were big mad, and that's why they come for people like us, because we expose this bullshit.
Have an opinion about it, yeah.
I have lots of opinions.
This is so good. I'm into it. I can't.
Me too.
My jaw's on the floor.
I'm going to read this assault part over again because I'm going to just roll right into the dumping, okay? Scalp hemorrhages could stem from assault, a blow to the head, rather than a fall, especially when clean feet, suggesting limited environmental interaction. Minimal trauma fits a subdued attack under LSD influence, though direct evidence is lacking. Dumping. If dumped alive, hypothermia fits as the cause, with lividity confirming her death in situ. The timeline shifts from days of wandering to hours of exposure post-dumping, aligning with the evidence but altering their narrative. I really like Grok. I like Grok because it can't really be biased when you introduce stuff to it that it probably has never been introduced, you know? Now, stuff that has been fed into the system, yeah, you could probably you could probably manipulate it, but stuff like this, no, you can't. This is probably one of the first 5 times this has probably been put into Grok, honestly. And I'm here for it. Hypothermia timeline. Prolonged exposure, and it's in parentheses, prolonged exposure is questionable if she was transported, not ambulatory, suggesting a shorter induced exposure period. And here is Grok's final report conclusion. Trinity Rose Backus likely died of hypothermia on November 11th, 2022, found in a ravine after going missing on November 9th, 2022. Possibly, and it says possibly disoriented by LSD, 0.58 nanograms per milliliter. The canine scent stopping at the driveway and absence of foot wounds suggest she was picked up and potentially abducted, rather than running barefoot through brush. She may have been assaulted, example, struck on the head per scalp hemorrhages, and dumped alive, succumbing to exposure, as lividity confirms her death in situ. The sweater and necklace 250 to 300 feet south could indicate assailant disposal. Hypothermia remains the cause, but the accident manner is dubious. Clean feet, canine data, and minor head trauma point to possible foul play, shifting toward undetermined or homicide. Further investigation, which they should have done tire tracks, witness clarification, and forensic testing, is essential to confirm she was picked up, assaulted, and dumped, reframing this as a potential criminal act rather than a solo misadventure.
Wow.
And then I'm going to do the one thing. Tell me more. Oh, hold on. It might tell me more without me putting a space in there. Let me see if it does. Oh, I love Grok the way it thinks. Oh. Oh shit, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Damn, dude, this
Ready.
like it's even telling us even more. All right, let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it. Happy birthday to me. Thank you all for being here.
Mhm.
Happy birthday, Shan.
Thank you, babe. It's still
Happy
And
thinking.
thank,
birthday, baby.
Still, look, it's still writing in real time. Look at that. It's this is a
and
lot.
thank you for being a friend to all of us and being a good person. Always.
Absolutely, honey. Look, when
You have
I
to know
first
that
met
people
you,
love
I
you.
told you my intentions up front. I told you that I would be honest and loyal and never leave your side, and I meant it. I stand
You
by what I
you
say.
you you have proven that. 100.
I love you, girl.
100. Hey Lala, what the fuck, Lala? What the
Yay!
fuck? I
Bitch,
miss
get up
you.
here.
What
Bitch,
Lala.
the
get up here.
fuck?
Bitch, get up
Come
here.
up,
Ooh,
Lala, please.
that's my boo.
Oh my goodness.
Lala, come play.
Please. Love you, love you. I love Craney.
Look, and I feel
I
it's
love you.
past time that we focus on because people are like, oh, you're just so focused on Kylie. You're so obsessed with it. And it's like, no, if you guys actually looked at all of these cases that I've looked at to the point where I'm like, holy fuck, maybe you guys will understand why I just keep making connections, why I keep exposing what I do. And the best way that I can do it is to just keep saying their names and explain why I think the way that I do.
Like, look, we're all here for
Oh,
you. We're all here for you.
ooh, we're having a baby. Bitch better have it. Look, it's too late. It's already a March 1st baby, but that's okay. It's still a Pisces. Get that baby out. Ooh, gonna be a
Aw,
granny. Ooh, la la. I'm so
congrats.
proud of
Oh
her.
shit.
I hope her labor goes well. How long she been in labor so far, honey?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm
Baby
excited.
on the
We're gonna have a
way.
baby. We're gonna have a baby on the live and
We're
shit.
gonna have a
Yeah.
baby squirrel. We're gonna have a baby squirrel real
Yeah.
quick.
I love it.
What does the Pisces mean? Like, what does it mean to be Pisces?
Pisces are emotional by nature,
Mm-hmm.
but it's terrible how logical and in their heads that they get to the point where I mean, I am a true Pisces through and through.
Are you born in this time?
Yeah, I'm a Pisces. Phoenix is a
Mm-hmm.
Pisces.
Oh yeah, you're literally born like right now, 27 years ago.
27. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, right.
That's right. That's right.
From what I understand, you're 27 years
But
old today.
yeah, like
So
if you actually go look into a Pisces and you actually like read over like I hate that every time I've read about a Pisces like so what people don't realize is like the worst thing that you can do is take your zodiac sign and be like this is who I am. No, that's not how it works, okay? Like when you read into your zodiac sign, it pretty much lays your whole lifeline out for you. Like if you get real into astrology
I don't like
and
it.
oh, you don't like it.
I
Anyway,
don't like it because what it says about Leos, I don't like it.
it depends on the Leo though, because okay, so like, and that's what I'm also trying to say
How
is like
dare
you,
you decide who I am?
but that's the thing is like you cannot base who you are just based upon your zodiac sign. You have to take all of your signs into account. And I don't think people realize that like just because I say I'm a Pisces, I mean I am a Pisces through and through. But then when you add in that I am a Leo moon and a Capricorn rising, then you'll start to really realize the essence of who I am. And it's like, holy shit, like, yeah, that is who she is. Like, don't ever look at your zodiac sign as like a fucking newspaper write up or something like that, because that is not truly who you are. If you want to do your who you are, go to, oh, what the hell is the name of the
What
website
would
here? I'll
you
tell you.
like if you're
Astrocafe.com.
okay? Like because
It
I'm on
will, it
August
will
11th.
So, just to tell you how accurate, if you do your actual, it's called a birth or a natal chart. The accuracy in those are undisputable. Like, you can actually take, and I hate that I even, because there are forensic detectives that do this type of work and they are the most accurate. That's why, like, when you see a lot of
I
those
don't believe it.
forensic, no, just listen to me. When you hear a lot of those forensic detectives that use like gematria and taking their birth date and their death date and mapping out lines of points, like they actually do align. But you have to pay attention to what they're aligning, is all. It's the same thing. It's like literally takes your date of birth, where you were born at, what city, locality, whatever, and it aligns it with the stars. Like the stars don't lie. And that's what you have to base your zodiac off of. It's not even your zodiac, it's your natal chart. So if you really
I
want
love
to learn
all
who
this.
you are, that's what I recommend. Like, because a natal chart will call you out on your bullshit, but it will also tell you like uh traits of yourself as you mature through life, how they will change, how you can adapt. Like it teaches you. It's a learning. What do the people call that? A book of shadows is what some people in some religions or whatever you want to call it. It's literally like it's like looking at yourself when you're alone. It's pretty incredible. Just saying, natal charts are pretty cool.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
You should. Astrocafe.com.
Happiest
All right.
SOS says happiest birthday of birth. Shanann loves you.
SOS. Who says it?
Jade Hunter.
That's
And
what's
then
up.
CB.
No, look, Kenny. Kenny's in the house. Kenny, you want to come
Where's
up on panel?
Kenny?
Kenny is
Hey,
SOS
Kenny.
65. He's look, UK needs a SOS.
Oh,
That's how I know him.
Gotcha.
Kenny, if you
Hey,
want to hop up on panel,
Kenny.
you are more than welcome to, buddy.
Yes.
I love when people come up here and just tell me how they feel. I love it.
Aw, Lala, I miss you.
I just, even if I don't agree with what other people are saying, like I love the opinions of other people. You know, I love a healthy discussion. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't agree with everything that I say, and that's great. All right, where we at? Oh, so we did this one, right? This is what I was gonna tell me more. Okay, expanded. Okay, so tell me more. Below, I'll expand on the analysis by delving deeper into the implications of the canine scent stopping at the driveway, the absence of wounds on Trinity Rose Bacchus's feet, the small frontal scalp hemorrhages, and the broader context of the investigation. This builds on the prior medical, legal, investigator, and coroner perspectives, exploring additional details, alternative scenarios, and investigative next steps to assess the possibility that she was picked up alive, assaulted, the type unspecified, and dumped in the ravine, relative to the stated cause of death, probable hypothermia due to prolonged environmental exposure. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Expanded medical legal perspective. Focus. Legal implications, liability, and potential criminal charges. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Detailed analysis. Canine scent evidence. Ooh, Kenny. Ooh, Kenny. Kenny.
Oh,
Hey, Kenny.
Buddy, I miss you so much.
oh, I've missed you all so much as well.
Oh,
You
Kenny,
treating
it's
you
so
like
good to
shit,
hear.
buddy.
Weird.
Love
It's,
you.
that's why I've not got my camera on, because I've lost even more.
I respect that.
No problem.
I see why you
How
don't
you
go
lot
live on
doing?
your channel. I get it.
We've got to watch what we say now, Shan.
I know. I watch
It's,
it every day. I watch what's going on with your country every day, honey.
it's absolutely,
terrible.
it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, really.
Mhm.
I just can't take it in.
And I
You
don't
know?
think the American people understand that what's going on in the UK, if people do not support their freedoms of speech and freedom of expression, the United States is the last hope for anybody. It really honestly is. If America loses its freedoms, that's it. There's no other country that has the freedoms that America does.
Yeah.
If you look at what's going on in the UK, like it breaks my heart, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's awful.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's nothing we can do apart from the obvious, and nobody wants to do that.
Yep.
At the minute, Shan, our country is literally overrun with ideological Muslims, and it's just unbelievable what's happening, and the government are just encouraging it.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
it's
Kenny.
took what's going on in New York City and California. It's the same thing. You have
You know, we've
illegals
got
coming in and taking over your country, running amok on it, and like your prime minister, right? It's prime minister is catering to these fucked up people that are
yeah.
destroying your country. And instead of them doing the right thing for their people, they're letting all the people out of your jails and they're arresting people for like you coming out and speaking out against. It don't matter who you are. If you say the wrong
Nope.
thing on the internet, they're you got a couple
It's
questions for you. You want to tell me what you were doing on YouTube at approximately blah 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 and made this statement? Yes. It's a very real thing, baby. I understand.
yeah. I mean, my internet is just going haywire because I've been quite vocal about it. You know me, Shan. I'm
I
not
know.
gonna I'm not gonna be quiet. I haven't said that though. I've got to watch myself, because
I know.
I'm not really bothered about if they lock me up. To be fair, but the thing
Mhm.
is, I've got 4 dogs,
Yeah.
um, and it's so difficult, that I don't know. It's
But the thing of
depressing,
it
really.
is at the state that your country is in right now, like there's really nothing you could do other than to just speak on it when you can
Yeah.
and hope that an outside source steps in and says, no, this is not right what you're doing to your people. And that's
Well,
what I love about Elon Musk exposing it. I love that there are so many people exposing what is going on in the UK.
thank God for Elon Musk. I'm telling you
Yes,
something. I was never ever sort of keen on Donald Trump, but I tell you something, he's opened my eyes, and what a guy that is. You
yeah.
know,
I
I mean,
wasn't a
we got
fan of Trump
Kia.
either, honey.
Yeah, when he came, when Keir Starmer came to Washington yesterday,
Hmm.
and thank God for JD Vance as well, because what a guy he is.
Hmm.
He called Keir Starmer out, and then Keir Starmer had the balls to say to the whole world that he supports free speech. And the thing is, he's locking people up.
It's
He's
terrible.
fast tracking them to court. There's something like 400 people now inside, just basically for putting things on Facebook. One guy,
Wow.
a
And the
guy called
saddest thing
Peter
is they're
Lynch.
not even threats. It's just exposing what's really going on by
Yeah,
posting it on Facebook.
yeah. Do you know something, Shan? This is God's honest truth.
Hmm.
Somebody was locked up for 18 months, listen to
Mm.
this, for shouting at a police dog.
Holy God.
What? You're
Hmm.
kidding.
Honestly, I'm not joking.
Wow, Kenny.
That's terrible.
It's just unbelievable. It's hard to even accept.
It's like
In the UK in 2025, it's absolutely crazy.
it's like they're it's like they're taking being like they're instead of them using a legal system and a just system, a constitutional system, like everybody's all up in their feels so much that they're creating laws based upon feelings, and it's just absolutely terrible what it's destroying countries.
Yeah, it is. We've got to the point now where that I'm sort of following quite a couple of guys on YouTube, and um, we're sort of there's a guy, I don't know if you're aware, Sean, but there's a guy called Tommy Robinson.
Why does that name
Um,
sound familiar?
well, he's basically he was locked up for and I'd love you to watch this if you can. It's called Silenced
Mm-hmm.
by Tommy Robinson. And that will really open your eyes. I mean, our government is shit scared of this guy because he knows so much. He exposed all the rape gangs.
Dude,
Um, and
they've been putting this out on Twitter X a lot for people to watch this because I remember this scrolling through my feed, and his picture with the silence being on it.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
podcast,
this
right?
guy now, he's
Yep, it is.
actually in danger. He's in a prison called I think he was moved from Belmarsh. Now, bear in mind, this guy Tommy, he he made this documentary. He's made quite a few documentaries, but this one in particular, he was told.
All right, y'all. I'm
And
gonna drop links for anybody interested in watching this. I'm gonna drop
you know, this
links.
guy is phenomenal, and he's locked up now. He's been locked up for 9 months
Here's the Audible.
for a civil offence. So it's not even a criminal offence. It was a contempt of court charge. And to be honest, even if he'd pinched or nicked it, as we
And
say,
here's
a
Amazon
chocolate
Music.
bar, he would have still been in prison.
What?
Wow.
What?
Honestly,
What the fuck, dude?
it would have made no difference.
That would be the J, dude.
It's
Jeez.
now what they're doing in prison. He's been in solitary confinement, Shan, for over
What they were doing with
120
them
days.
J6 protesters.
Well,
It's
there's
what they're
been,
doing with that lady that spoke out about that abortion clinic. It's what they're doing. They put you in solitary so you can't speak to the media about it.
yeah, and this is basically what they're doing. You know, they arrested a man who was a veteran. He was in the army here for quite a long time, and he was arrested for praying, like silently praying on his own outside of an abortion clinic. He was arrested and he was jailed.
Wow. I need to look into whatever happened to that woman. I remember a woman, she was just praying outside. It wasn't like she was doing, I mean, she was just praying.
I think she's locked
And
up as well.
I remember it was a bunch of, I don't know what language, but the caption was Muslim people were ostracizing this woman and her child for praying.
Yeah.
And they like called the police on her, but I still need an update on that. It's terrible. It's terrible what they're doing to people. And like
It's getting worse.
they're what is it? They're literally prosecuting people for think crimes is what it is.
Yeah, thought crimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
non-hate crimes they're called. So if it's a non-crime, the thing is, though, the police force here, they're complicit in it, Shan. And I don't know what the end game is with this, with the whole thing. You know, I mean, since Keir Starmer got into power, there's not one positive thing that he's done for the British people. Not one.
He's impeached.
You know, he's taken the winter fuel allowance off all people.
I see what's going on with your guys' fuel prices. Your
Your
prices
awful.
there are just it's awful. And the thing of it is like people could easily say, well, then why don't you move? It's not that easy. It's not.
There's nowhere to move.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go.
No, we're sort of stuck here, you know. And the thing is now, I don't know if you were aware of the three little girls that were killed.
I'm not sure. I watched so many stories on the UK because there's a lot of cases in the UK. Holy shit, dude.
Well, this all started back in July when the riots. There was quite a few people rioting about it, and basically there was this. It's a massive cover up by Keir Starmer, the government. You know, he's trying to cover up the fact that the guy who done it was Muslim. So what they've done is,
wow,
basically he went in. There was a little like a Taylor Swift,
and it's all because he's soft, and people are coming at him. Oh, you're racist if you prosecute, is what it is probably.
Well, that's what we're getting called if we're not allowed to speak up against them.
Racist.
Yeah, we're getting called far right, racist.
I've tried to get called that once, and I ain't. Nope. I'm a realist.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to hang on to that, but it's difficult. You know what I mean? There is.
Look, I'm all for immigration, but worldwide there needs to be, like, if you look at a lot of countries, like the legal terms and to get into most country, it's hard. It's hard to become a citizen of another country. But then you have all these weak ass, and it's not even the country, it's the people that are put, and they're put into power. They're not voted into power. They're put into power to weaken a country and let people come in and infiltrate their countries. It's a
That's
huge
basically
game
what
of
we've done
risk.
here. You know, since I think it's since 1997, and it was Tony Blair who started it all. Another Labour fascist. He started it all, and since 1997, and now there's 131 illegal immigrants in this country, and it's getting added to every day. They're just letting the boats come out.
And it
These
only
dinghy
takes
things.
1 or 2 sickos. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Well, one of
That's
them,
really all it
Shannon, was
takes.
heartbreaking. You know, there was like I said, there was a Taylor Swift. It was like a dance class for little girls.
Uh-huh.
So it was all organised, and there was this guy, this Axel Rudakabana from Rwanda. He was actually born in the UK, so he was sort of second generation immigrants. Um, he went in with a knife, and he tried to behead one of them, and he killed 3 little girls altogether. And this was back in July. And then the
What
government,
country is it happening in right now? It might be the UK. I'm not sure. They're like beheading people that are claiming Christianity.
yeah. Oh, that was the Congo. I think it's
Oh, that
70
is
years
that is
they've
that
done it.
yeah, that is the Congo that they're doing that in. You're right.
But there was a one a while back. But the thing is, Sean, they're not giving the correct information out. They're arresting people for saying it's misinformation. But the thing is, it's the government who were putting the misinformation out, and then when
Mhm.
we sort of, they're using it against us.
We just witnessed it for the past 16 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Heavily. But thankfully, we had enough right-minded people to be like, son, this is corruption.
Oh,
Let's look
thank
at it
God.
from a different, yeah.
Thank God.
hmm
And
And that's why
it's
I'm so thankful for people like Elon that are doing your country some solid.
can't praise Elon enough.
I
Really
just wish
can't.
there was a way he could get Starlinks in there and just blow the whole fucking cover on what's going on really in your country.
Well, the government now, they've just forced Apple to take the end-to-end encryption away.
Wow.
So now they can.
Because isn't Starlink banned in your country? Like, didn't
Um,
your prime minister say Starlink isn't allowed here?
not sure, but I wouldn't surprise me, because everything else is. You know that they're basically taking everything away. There's a little village, in Essex, which is down south, and there's a village there of, I think there's 700 people living there. They've just opened this massive place where they're housing over 900 illegal immigrants, and they've just got free rein to they're going around burgling people's houses, they're breaking into cars, they're causing havoc. But if we say anything about
It
it,
sounds
you're
like what
far
was going
right.
on here. It still kind of is.
It's got to
It's
it's got
terrible.
to come to an end.
hmm
It's
And
just absolutely ridiculous.
the sickest part about it is it's according to their agenda. It's according to their plan to take
Yeah.
over these countries.
Well, Christian preachers, they're sort of getting arrested for preaching, but you've got you've
That's
got these
terrible.
Muslims.
That's fucking terrible.
You've got radical Muslims that they're sort of, what they do is, in London, they'll just all pray on one of the major streets wherever they want. So they'll just all bend down and start praying, and they block all the traffic. They even done it on Tower Bridge. They blocked Tower Bridge, and they started preaching there. They're holding mock funerals, and they're all standing in the road, slapping themselves and with the shirts off, and it's not even England anymore, Shan. It's not.
I know. I know. I know. I'm
Mm.
watching it, honey. I wish there was more. I'm glad that I have a platform that you can use your voice here and still remain anonymous.
Well, I've wanted to do it for quite a while, but I've just
One of
sort of
the things that I would suggest doing is making an. No, they can track you through your internet, huh?
yeah.
Yes.
Damn it. I was
Yeah.
gonna say get a VPN and go on Twitter X and expose what you can. But
I've
there's a
got
lot
one
of people
channel,
that are
got a
exposing it.
VPN. I'm not. Do you know what? I am on Twitter, but I don't quite know how to use it. I mean,
Twitter is so the more people you follow, the more more information you'll get in your following tab. I'm pretty sure your country kind of throttles and blacklist stuff that they don't want you seeing. If you would
yeah,
like me to, I can get you a list of channel names for you to follow, to
that
reach
would be
out to,
brilliant.
or to, you know what I mean, share posts back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I can do
that
that
would
for
be
you.
excellent.
The other best thing that I could suggest is if you look at the top corner, go to your homepage and just go to the search thingy and just type in things that you want to help expose and just start following those people and reposting. I
Yeah,
follow you, so if you post anything that I'm not already seeing in my timeline, I will happily repost it.
well, that's brilliant.
The
I mean,
more
the,
years we have on this corruption and the sickness that's going on globally, the better.
oh, Shan, it's just awful. They've
It's a
cancelled
massive
elections.
cabal that is it's ruining our countries.
Yeah, they've just cancelled elections as well. Local
What?
elections.
Dude, that's fucking illegal. That's illegal.
So there's 5.5 million
Who is
people.
allowing this? And
The
why
government,
aren't they
they
being
just, God
there's
knows.
no government accountability. There's nobody like there's got to
And
be somebody with more power than that I mean that can override
well,
it.
I just think it's more sinister than ever, Shan. I just think, I think the WEF are involved in it.
Oh, for sure.
I was
If
just
if
gonna say that.
if you have
You know,
any involvement, if your country has any, that's why I'm glad that America is doing what it's doing by trying to get away from all these fucking globalists, and that's what it is.
Yep.
It's globalist
NGOs.
agendas. Yes.
well, I've just joined, 3 weeks ago, I joined the Free Speech Union,
Uh-huh.
and they're sort of helping people who get, because everybody on social media now, on YouTube, they're all waiting for a knock on the door from the police.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
you
saying.
can't say anything.
It's terrible, honey.
The guy, the poor guy, I'll let you get off in a sec, Sean, but I'll just tell you this one last thing.
No,
There
I
was a
enjoy
guy called,
listening. I enjoy exposing. So go ahead. As
there
long as
was
you're doing the
a
talking and
guy
I'm doing less
called,
of it.
a guy called Peter Lynch.
Mhm.
He was 50, 51, 52 years old.
Mhm.
And back when these girls got killed, um, everybody, there was quite a few, even in my hometown in Hartlepool, there was quite bad riots. Um, and to be honest, I thought rightly so, because we were all um, we were all told lies about who it was, and that he wasn't a terrorist and he wasn't this, that, the other. It all ended up, what the people were thinking was right. So there's actually people in prison now being locked up because of their government giving out misinformation and then blaming us for passing it around.
What the
So
fuck?
that's basically what's happened. They tried to cover this up. The murder of three girls. They tried to cover it up so that
So tell me more about
um,
these three girls. So did you said who killed them or what happened? Hello?
Do we lose him?
Uh-oh.
Is he muted?
there you go.
Yep. Yeah.
Is that better? Sorry, I muted my mic accidentally, Shan. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes. Sorry, I was
basically,
getting
there
ready
was
for that.
um, this guy called Axel Rudikobana. He was apparently 17 years old at the time. But the pictures, what the mainstream media and the police issued out, and the government, was this angelic-looking sort of 12-year-old, which photographs were taken from him, obviously from years ago. And in
They
reality,
always do that. Present somebody older with younger pictures to make it seem like the perp is the innocent one. Go ahead.
yeah. And then when we finally did get a photograph,
Hmm.
it was the most shocking thing I've ever seen. If you'd sort of seen him in a dark alley on a night time, you would have absolutely shit yourself. Literally,
Jeez.
he looked
Look
demonic.
like a monster.
Yeah, you'll have to look him up, Shannon.
What's his name?
You'll
I'm
know
gonna look it up
exactly.
right now.
Yeah, they call him Axel, Axel
Okay.
Rudak. So it's Rudak
Uh-huh. Okay.
Rudak. Ubana Rudak
UVA.
Ubana.
Okay.
Honestly, is and he went in with a knife and he slaughtered 3 little girls who were just on a
Oh, dude,
dancing class.
Elon Musk posted about this.
Yeah, and
Premeditated
that.
mass child murderer. The moment
Yeah,
Southport killer Axel Ruda Cabana enters the dance class before. Wait, I remember this. He goes into a dance class and he kills these, like, he murders them
yeah. He
and
beheads one
nothing
of
was
them.
done to him. Yeah.
Now
Oh my
he's
goodness, y'all. BB King, 6 years old, was brutally stabbed over 100 times. He should
Wow.
be put to death. Yes.
It was awful.
Yes.
And you know what? If he could have done, he would have killed them all, Sean.
Ugh, it gives me chills.
And the government, Keir Starmer's government, told the police not to put the information out.
And
And
it
you know
says
why
right
it
here, somebody's
transpired?
reporting on it that police, Merseyside police wanted to release information about Axel Rudabanka's religious background. The Southport child killer followed his arrest. She was blocked by the Crown Prosecution Service, the CPS.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, he used to be the head of the Crown. He used to be the head Crown prosecution. So he's got a background in that. He's got friends who are judges. And this is why it's all happening.
Sounds like California. It really does. Sounds like New York.
It's,
It sounds exactly what's going on.
it's
Oh, show
absolutely
us? Okay,
fucking
I'll show you.
horrendous, Shan. It really is. The guy, the guy who I was talking about, this Peter Lynch guy, he was a
Hmm.
grandfather. He was married. He had grandkids. He had his own kids, and all he done at these riots, he held up a placard, and it says,
I
"Police were
remember
corrupt."
seeing this dude's picture. You were right.
It's
They
demonic.
presented him as a really, they made him look like a black Christian man, and it turns out that he's a ISIS Muslim, right?
Yeah, yeah. He was found with ricin.
This sick fucker right here. That's him right there.
It's scary, isn't he?
Psychopath eyes.
I'm gonna read this. These are the 3 babies that he
Oh
killed.
my gosh.
Bless them.
Great Britain says, if I didn't get out, everyone was going to die, says Southport yoga teacher. Axel Rudakabana, 18, murdered Alice de Silva Aguiar, 9, Bebe King, 6, and Elsie Stancombe, 7, at a Taylor Swift themed class in Merseyside Town on July 2024, when he was 17 years old. Oh, Ara said, I want in on this.
And
This
it's
is
absolutely
fucked
heartbreaking.
up.
It is. And you know what? This guy,
These poor
when
babies.
he actually went to court, he ended up. They said, "Oh no, you can't give him life sentences. They give him 51 years." and
Nah.
he'd probably be, I don't know, so much corruption in it, and it's not just corruption at a certain level; it's corruption at the highest level.
It's great and all that he got 52 years. However, it's a system like yours that is so defunct that they're eventually going to let this guy out, and he will do it again.
He'll end up back in Rwanda.
What?
That's what'll happen, because I've done quite a bit of researching in this, and I mean, there's no way I can put this on YouTube, what I've found out. But there's a guy, there's a lady, I'd love you to have a look at it, Chan, if you could. It's called You and I Talk Show. And she's actually a Rwandan, an original Rwandan refugee, so she's genuine. She was fleeing from a guy called Paul Kagame, which is the president. So he sort of organised the genocide against the Tutsi and the Hutsi and all that. And it's he's got something to do with it, and there's
I'm gonna
something
share
about
this redacted video with everybody. Redacted actually covers this. Let me see if I can. I want to see if I could click this video without playing it here. I'm gonna copy this. Redacted put it on there, so they cover it completely, which is awesome. If you do not follow Redacted, go to the Redacted Inc. on Twitter. They cover a lot of UK stuff as well.
that was just heartbreaking.
That's
And
terrible.
the thing is as well, Shan, what they were covering up is that this guy, who they said wasn't on the radar, had actually been on the radar 3 times.
Oh, it sounds like New York. It sounds like New York. Ugh.
And the police over here are absolutely disgusting.
That's terrible. I feel for you living in the UK. I really do.
Same
Ah,
here.
Because
it
I
is
sure the fuck
awful.
wouldn't live in California or New York. You could not pay me. There is not enough government funding that would make me live in either of those states. I sure the fuck would not be living in the UK either.
Well,
Shan, I hate to
sort of,
say this. Oh, sorry.
I'm
Go ahead,
pretty
Kenny.
lucky. I'm pretty lucky in the fact that I sort of live right up north, so away from London. I'm the other end of the country, and where I live, and it's a small village, and it's out in the sticks. It's so I'm lucky. I don't see
Live in
it.
the city. Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
have to. Yep.
But people in London now, I mean, the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, he's a Muslim, and
Wow. So they really just let your whole country be infiltrated.
yeah, and the
And
reason
anybody
why,
that speaks out against it is a racist. That's
yeah,
fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked
but,
up. They were trying to do
but
that here. It didn't work.
I mean, we've got reform. I mean, there our only hope. But the thing is, now Starmer's cancelled elections, local elections. That's He's cancelled the elections where Reform Party were going to take their seat off them.
And that's what's terrible is like your dude is like okay with this. So much so he's making people not vote him out.
That's
it. Fucked up.
So now we've got at least
I see why
another
people are
4
setting your
years.
fucking cities on fire. Now I see it. I get it. That type of protest, I understand. I understand why they're throwing little fucking gas balls into. I get it.
Yeah. And I mean,
Brady's about to drift off. I know.
I think we're sort of. Good night, Crane Kicks.
I love you, Crane. Thank you for being here.
Good night, everybody. I love you guys. Happy birthday, Shan.
Well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, Miss Craney.
I love
Good night, everybody. I love you too. Happy birthday, babe.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Shan. I'm also logging in.
I'm hopping off here as well. My mouth is killing me.
Yeah, we'll go and get some rest.
All right, I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here, Kenny. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad that I'll help you expose this shit, buddy.
Brilliant.
I'll get you hooked up. Just send me an email. I'll email you back. I'll get you sorted with some people you can start following.
Excellent. And I'd
Just
like
make
a
sure
little
you're following
tutorial.
Elon, because Elon, as he's posting all these things about the UK, start following the people that are commenting. That's what you want to start doing.
Right.
All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off here. God bless everybody.
Yeah. Good night and have a nice
Good
birthday,
night.
Shan.
Thank you, sir. I'm going night-night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.